Hello everyone, welcome along, hope you're well. It is Monday evening, it's the start of a new week. In fact, it's the start of, it's the start of a new week. It's the end of a playoffs weekend. I think it's probably the most appropriate description, to be honest. My, what a weekend that was. If you somehow didn't see the FM playoffs last weekend, I mean, why not for a start, I guess is the first question. But go back and check it out, because it was, for my money, the best FM playoffs we have had since I've been working there. Genuinely been there for over a year now, and that was the best FM playoffs weekend we have ever put on. That was incredible television last night. Speaking of incredible television, tonight we have guaranteed one, possibly two, Northern Irish Cup finals and an entire tiramisu to eat in honour of Gianluca Vialli. So let's get to it. There we are. Welcome in, of course, to everybody. Friendly Ghost is in. He's on lurk until after the football. That's fine. Not a problem. Fat Nige missed the weekend, following the ice hockey instead. Don't worry at all. Fat Nige, you've got loads of chance to play catch up on the watch again. Lewis is in with all the emotes as well. All the emotes. Rogie says face dive into the tiramisu. I mean, you can already see I've got my glasses on tonight because I feel as though I'm a little bit sort of like, I feel like my eyes are a bit twitchy tonight. So I'm like, right, glasses are going on tonight. Vialli would be proud, Dan, you're right. And I must say, before we get started, okay, you lot all know my love of 90s Italian football, okay? You know that's my jam. You know Vialli is my guy. Like, he's the reason that I support Sampdoria. That iconic image of Vialli and Mancini in the blue Sampdoria kit with the sort of the stripes across the middle. It's iconic, and he came across to the UK, he was at Juventus, he went to Chelsea, manager of Watford as well, of course. All anyone ever said about Gianluca Vialli was wonderful footballer, but nobody ever said a bad word about him. I've not been able to see a bad word about him. Apparently a really, really, really lovely stand-up guy. So genuinely, I think that, that one hits hard. That hits hard. Seeing Vialli lose his battle to cancer, but you know what? Rest in power, King, because you have inspired so many people, and of course, as we say, this is exactly what Gianluca would have wanted. So this tiramisu, that's for you, Luca. Right. And it's a full price Tesco one as well. So Tory Jameson is in full swing tonight. Right. Getting all that there you go. Right. There's my tiramisu. It's on its way. Okay. No trifles anymore. We've got proper respect to talk about tonight. So there you go. This, however, this is what we are talking about. This right here, Winfield, I believe we've started to call them, because look at this. Look at all those green dots. Hello, One Baby T. How are you, buddy? Welcome in. It's nice to see you. It's a pleasure to see you. Look at this. Just incredible scenes. We have been smashing teams left, right and centre. We haven't conceded a goal for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, because of course cue us losing now to Crusaders because we've restarted the stream. Spud, good about Luca. My first ever live game, he got sent off. Loads of amount of sins. That's amazing, by the way. That is an amazing claim to fame there, Spud. Appreciate that. Who was that for? Who was it for? Was it did you go and see him as a Chelsea fan, or was it in Italy? That would be really interesting. Ali Mayer, Tony Fuchs, we spoke about your mental health, how you went to go and get some help. I did too. Just want to say thanks. After hearing you speak about it, I thought it was time to go and get a grip on my life. Now I'm back refereeing. Nice. Enjoying getting up every morning, going to work. Please, if anyone in the stream is struggling, please speak up. This is my Twitch family. Love how open we can be. You know what, Ali Mayer? I appreciate that. That is huge, right? That is absolutely huge. For those people who are relatively new to the stream, by the way, yes, we speak very openly, obviously as part of Football Manager Therapy, which is kind of the name suggests itself. Myself and Matt started a podcast because we were using Football Manager to help our own mental health during the pandemic. We started a Discord as part of that podcast as well. And within that Discord, we have a designated mental health charity channel now. Obviously, we're not mental health professionals, but we did want a safe space for people, particularly men, to talk about their mental health, particularly during the pandemic, because a lot of us did struggle. We found things hard, we found things difficult, or maybe those things that were pre-pandemic that had come to the surface because, you were in with your own thoughts. We wanted a place where people could talk openly and say, look, not having a great day. And what we found that people would post in there, and people that had never met before had joined in and just, offered a shoulder or said, look, hey, I'm going through a similar thing. Keep your head up, chin up. It's going to be all right. If you need to speak to anyone, give us a shout. We can do some DMs and stuff. And it was amazing, genuinely, to hear so many people be helped through that channel itself was superb. And it genuinely made me just so proud that that's why we've done that. And you're right, I can only sort of say so much about we need to talk before I sort of said, look, here's my situation right now. I've been open in the past about struggling, and then we went and go and checked in, did a bit of therapy, and just before Christmas was a 7-week cycle of CBT therapy, so cognitive behavior therapy, which was basically looking at sort of ways to sort of help balance out stress and balance out sort of my tipping points and stuff. So did some of that. We're going back into sort of some more counselling therapy later on this year as well, sort of in the next few weeks or months, depending upon how the system works. So yes, I have of course been very open about that, and if it does help one person, which appears to have done here with Ali, then of course it's all been worth it. And if anyone is struggling, please reach out. There's people in that Discord who have offered out hands to loads of people, and of course we've got professionals in there as well, so you're not just going to be sort of left to your own devices. You're not going to be left to your own devices. There are definitely people there who genuinely care, and that of course was what's wonderful for me to see as the owner of the Discord. Of course, our moderator as well, the same as well, and it is absolutely judgment free. So if you are struggling, use that part of the Discord. In terms of actual football chat there, Lewis, thoughts on Bale retiring? Bale is, you know what? I'm going to say it right now. Bale's one of the best left backs there ever was, isn't he? He's an incredible player, absolutely superb footballer. I mean, he's had his career. Matt Tubbs, appreciate the follow, buddy. Thank you very much for that. He was a brilliant footballer, but yeah, I think Rogie is based to be putting himself on the potential there for where he might go next. He might be going off to do a different career, but hey, we'll see. Fair play to him. He's done what he's done. He's racked up a hell of a lot of trophies and success. Left back, Lewis. Yeah, he started out as a left back. Gareth Bale. He was a left back at Southampton. And old Harry Redknapp was like, we're going to play you a little higher up. So there are times on this game when you look at a player and you're like, I don't think he plays in that position. Harry Redknapp saw a left back and thought, actually, there's a forward in there. So moved him all the way up front. And that's where he became. So yeah, so he did start at left back. I've not made that up. I know that now sounds incredibly facetious, me going, oh, he's a fucking left back. That's what he is. No, genuinely started out as left back and was good as a left back as well. But yeah, clearly much better higher up the pitch. Matt Tubbs, hello Matt Tubbs, how are you, buddy? Apparently not the Salisbury striker, well, not the legendary Salisbury striker, just a normal Salisbury striker possibly. A pleasure having you in. Thank you very much for the follow. First time in the chat as well, of course. We are going to have a quick little, we're going to have to respond to some of these, I think, and maybe let some of these players leave, because basically we're just going to have to try and move players around, aren't we, really? He wants to go to Larn. On loan, that's fine. Off he goes. Bale had an amazing winless streak at Spurs when he first joined. Yes, there was that, wasn't there? There was something along those lines. I can't remember what it was, but he moved for decent cash, and yeah, he couldn't buy a win at that point. But as it is with all footballers, eventually something clicked. 23 games was it? Fucking hell, that's incredible. Gareth Bale, number one golfer. I mean, hey, he's done. If that's what he wants to go and do, go off and do another career, and if he's going to be fine, then go and be fine. But don't go to what Rogie suggested and go to the sports washing golf tournament. At least go and try and earn your stripes on the PGA, right? Don't go straight out to the the fucking Saudi tournament. At least have some class, Gareth. Come on the hydrates. You will also hear straight away, as Lewis has already picked up. I've got that chesty thing that's going around. The big coughs. It's not COVID, but it's definitely doing the rounds, and it's not fun. Oh, still nothing for Chevron James. Still can't get him in. Tell you what, if we can though, he's a hell of a player, and if we can't, we'll be playing him in Scotland next year, definitely. More hydrates already. Oh, get that done. Got myself a coffee as well tonight, and I'm also doubling up on the Lemsips as well. So, heyo, things are about to get wild. For those people who are brand new to the stream as well, by the way, this is the British Steel Challenge, and we are about to lose. We're about to lose our best centre half, potentially to Marseille or Rennes. Now, because of the fact as well that these are sort of like, these are non-negotiable transfers, I don't think we can get the loan back either. So he's got a really shit release clause, right? Like, look at this kid here, okay? 19 years old. He's only 5'10", but he's brilliant, okay? Now, he is great, but we're going to lose him for an absolute pittance just because of the fact that that's the release fee, and it's really quite sad, to be honest. So he's going to go, and we'll see where we go for that. I heard this was the stream of the best FM draft host. My man Alistair is in the house tonight. Yes, Ali, you know this is the host for the most, right? And of course, if you didn't know, Alistair is one of the head honchos at the FM playoffs. And you know what? He's right. I probably am the best host for the playoffs. So it's pretty good. See if Southampton get him for $1 million. just try it. Just be like, hey, Southampton, do you want to like overpay for a player? That'd be pretty good, right? Yeah, try that. But yeah, hey, we had a good weekend last weekend, didn't we, Ali? It was all fun. It was a lot of fun in playoffs world. So back to the grind now. Back to the normal stuff. You know, the day to day. This is what pays the bills. The British Steel Challenge, which of course we're just trying to explain there for anyone who is brand new. The plan is to attempt. I'm using the word attempt very openly here. Attempt to win everything. Every single league and cup available in England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. You start unemployed. You start with no previous history, no experience, no badges. You have to take whatever job comes up. You have to try and get as far as you can. At the minute, we're into season 6. We have won 3 trophies so far, so promotions do count as a trophy. We've won 3 trophies. We won a promotion, we won an actual cup, 2 actual cups, I should say, sorry. One with Banbridge and one with Dungannon. Started in the 3rd division of Northern Irish football. We're now in the top flight of Northern Irish football. Running away with the league, so we might be able to win the league with Linfield, who are probably the biggest team in Northern Ireland, to be honest. And we are in at least 1 cup final. We're possibly going to be in 2 tonight if we don't go through this next semi-final. I think we've got 1 more cup we can play for, maybe even 2 this season. So I think we've definitely got 3 trophies possibly to go for this year. If we win those, that moves us up to 6 trophies won. I think at that point we'll probably look to move out of Northern Ireland and start to think about maybe heading to, I think, Scotland possibly, our next port of call. We are, of course, already, there's a bit of banter going there about playing a 4-2-3-1 gegenpressing system, because I hate it. I absolutely hate it, but this is just about winning trophies this season, so we've just gone with everything I hate and just thought, you know what, let's just plug it in 4-3-2-1 and just see what happens. And it turns out it's incredibly effective, so that's why we are where we are. Oh yeah, and we've got Bailey Cadamartri, who is essentially Erling Haaland in Northern Ireland. He's scoring goals left, right and centre. He's an absolute machine. Here he is through again already. Oh, there we go. Someone's going to use a downloaded tactic to see out Linfield. Crowd's a bit noisy. Thank you very much. There's been update on OBS overnight. So evening FM23, how are you, buddy? Welcome in. Is that better? Does it sound a little bit more mellow in the background there for the crowd? How are you, Trek? Well, that's treating you good, by the way. Again, of course, another man who was in the playoffs over the weekend, gave it his all, had a cracking time. Always a pleasure seeing him. Just got a text from Mrs. J saying the match sounds too loud. Yeah, we're working on the fly, Mrs. J. Don't worry, we'll fix that. How about that now? We're a tiny bit quiet there. I did have to turn them down straight with my headphones. I was like, ooh, that's loud. But yeah, OBS has done another update overnight, so God knows what's going to happen with the stream over the next couple of days. There's going to be all kinds of changes, I'm guessing. That OBS has suddenly decided to go like, hey, you know what's really good? It's putting your camera upside down. So we'll see. Yeah, let me know if they need turning down a bit more. A little more. Tell you what. Archer Crookery doing a Glenthoran save. Yes, Archie. That's what we're talking about. How are you getting on with it? Hope you're finding it good. How many seasons are you in? Have you won stuff? Season 3 in the Champions League playoffs? Yes. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Turn that down a smidge more than for the crowd noises. What do we think, Lewis, about Sunderland trying to sign Ahmad permanently and trying to get Ellis Sims back? I mean, hey, if they can get Ahmad Diallo permanently for less than, I'm presuming, 30 million quid, get in. I used to play for them, did you, Arch? Okay. Nice work, man. And of course, I appreciate the follow as well. Very kind. Thank you very much. When did you play for them? What position are you as well? That's a good question. Yeah, I think if someone can get Diallo for less than 30 mil, okay, because obviously, let's face it, this is Manchester United. It is a very promising youngster. United don't need to sell. Sunderland do need to buy. I don't think the Sunderland have £30 million for Diallo, might I add. If they can get him for under 30, then great. Get him in 100% because he is a talent and he seems to be happy there as well, which I guess is also part of the thing. Like, you can see that he's having a good time playing. Pick that out. Absolute screamer from Wand. Just up in the academy under 16s, played centre mid, but started to play hockey. Oh, nice. Excellent. Where'd you play for hockey then? What's your position? Want with a beautiful strike. That's the money goal. That's right. Friendly. Forgot we've got the $1 million remote as well because we've got all kinds of cash at Linfield. Yeah, I think, as I say, I think if we can get Diallo for a reasonable fee, Nosferatu, appreciate the follow, very kind, thank you. Then that's great. Get him in. Ellis Sims, I think, as far as I understand, because he's gone back to Everton now, and correct me if I'm wrong, has he now played for Everton as well? I think he came on as a sub, so he now can't play for Sunderland again this season. So Sims will be done in the water until the summer. But letting Sims go, like, I find it really strange. I find it strange that Everton wanted to recall him, because that either suggests that they're not going to be active in the transfer window, or Lampard was going. Sims can only play for Everton or Sunderland this season. Oh, okay, so because he's played for either of those two teams, he can essentially interchange between those two teams, but he can't play for a third. Is that right? It's bizarre how that system works, because obviously I'm sure he's been like there twice already now, but if he can come in, then brilliant. I just don't understand. I don't understand how is what Everton wanted him back for. Like, unless Calvert-Lewin is struggling with injuries or is getting sold, and they sort of thought that maybe he'd be the likely replacement. And then there was talk of Broadhead potentially coming back in on loan, but again that'll be another Everton loan, so a bit of an odd one. Kadamaja with the header there. Have we found another senior affiliate yet at Linfield? We haven't, Archer, no, to be honest, because we've only been here for, this is the first season we've been here. And unfortunately, we don't plan on staying for a long time either, because we are essentially just trying to win trophies and leave. Because we've got obviously the rest of the UK to do. So hopefully we'll get some trophies tonight. And then I think what a finish that is. I think at that point our sort of Northern Irish journey will finish for now, but we will have to come back, because obviously we've not won all the third division trophies, which you'll know about yourself, like when it's all regionalised cups. So we started at Banbridge, so we won the McCombs Coaches Travel Intermediate Cup. We won the Mid-Ulster Cup with Dungannon. We've got the Sting and Sons Cup to play for Linfield, East Antrim as well, I think. So yeah, there's definitely like a lot of trophies we still haven't won in Northern Ireland, so we're gonna have to come back at some point. Plus we haven't won the championship either, or been promoted, so we've got that to work for as well. So there's still quite a bit to do, but I think Scotland's gonna be our next port of call. I reckon go there. The obvious thing to do would be to go to England and keep our reputation going higher. But I don't want to go to England just yet. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel as though if we can go to like the Scottish Championship or something, would be handy. Or, because I don't really want to go to National League or even League 2 just yet, because I kind of feel as though the save's different enough. Plus, we're not going to win anything in those divisions. Like, all we've got to play for is promotion. Like, we're not going to win a cup in those teams, so it just makes it like, it just turns into a journeyman at that point. Whereas if we're trying to win some trophies, Wales would probably tank our reputation, sadly, so maybe we don't go to Wales just yet. That's got to be one that we do towards the end of the cycle. I beat you to Scotland. I've just got to start with Elgin. Oh, have you? Elgin's a good shout, man, Laclosian. That's a very good shout. What did it do to your rep? Because you won some stuff in Northern Ireland, didn't you? I'm pretty sure you did. What should I look forward to from Sunday in our FA Cup game? I think it's going to be a decent game, my friendly, you know. I think it's going to be alright. The fact that you've got home advantage, I believe, should be pretty handy. If you can keep Mitrovic on the pitch, clip this, by the way, Rogi, right? If you can keep Mitrovic on the pitch, I think you've got a good chance. I think he'll be a handful for Sunderland. I think you want to keep your eyes on Luke O'Nien. He's going to run until, you know, it goes dark, and he's going to keep running and keep running and keep running. He's never gonna slow down. I think Diallo is, as you know, is a very, very good player. Very good player indeed. Defensively, Sunderland are tall, but I think you can get at them, because I think that they are. Again, I don't really think that they get tested as much as you'd expect in the Championship. I think they're definitely running on a good run of form right now, so there's confidence is high. But it's Sunderland, isn't it? If you take a 1-goal lead, then it's like, you know, are their heads going to dip a little bit? And also, as weird as it sounds, I think that they're probably. I think they need the league more than the cup. Do you know what I mean? So like, they have like their one eye on the cup, going, yeah, it's great for a cup run, but I think the league's more important. But at the same time, I don't think they need to get promoted this season. I think that they need to kind of hang fire a bit, be a championship club for another season, get some more players in, keep that good spirit there, bring some youngsters through, and then go for it. Because I think that at the minute, if they did somehow end up in the Premier League, as unlikely as it might seem right now, I think they're just cannon fodder at this point. Like, you know, there's not enough there. Evening Guitars, how are you, buddy? Welcome in. Pleasure to see you. Hope you're well. Evening Owen as well. Lovely to have you in. Laclosian, 7 trophies so far, just the lower tier cups and the Antrim Cup to get. Sounds like you're in 7 trophies. That's a lot more than we've got right now, isn't it? You know, I think he'll play Vinicius up front. Okay, a player I don't know too much about, I must be honest. Friendly, so I'll be interested to see him. Hope we put something down efficiently. Those are pretty much safe from relegation, like a cup run. Exactly. That's the thing. Like for you guys, it's probably more about, as you say, getting that cup run going, because there's nothing left for the season, is there? Like, you know, so you kind of like have to do that really. Whereas Sunderland, again, kind of don't really need to win the game. Like again, they could just sort of like be, well, whatever, you know, we've lost the game, doesn't matter, let's focus back on the league. We were never going to win the FA Cup anyway. It doesn't really change what we're planning to do long term. So yeah, you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained, sort of thing, like nothing lost at this point. So yeah, swings and roundabouts, isn't it? Gitos, evening buddy, how are the family? Family's good, thank you, we're all very well. I say we're all very well. I've got a bit of a chesty cough at the minute, but the eldest one's had it for a little while as well. I'm sure you've been hearing me mention that. He's been waking himself up with it in the middle of the night, and he's now really kindly passed it on to me because he's good like that. So I've now got it, and it's not fun. It's just not fun. Feels horrible, sounds horrible. It's not COVID though, so I will be muting up every now and again and be like, I'm just going to do a big cough. You know, so think about that. Oh, here we go. Welcome in. Right, why Callum? Huge shout, by the way, to Callum. Appreciate the raid, buddy. Very, very kind indeed. If you are not, Josh Boucher, appreciate you very kindly. Thank you much for the follow there. And this is what I'll do right now. If you are not following Why Callum, please, my chat, you're all good people, go and give Why Callum a follow. He is wonderful streamer. If you like me, you'll like him. Very, very cool guy. We've been using him recently on the FM playoffs as well, path to the playoffs. He is top draw, so get him followed. How was the rest of the stream, by the way? Callum, did you win La Liga with Sociedad? Because when I left, you were in a good spot. You were in a good spot. Llama, even Gaffer, just been hanging on Callum's stream. He's very good, isn't he? Though, isn't he, Llama? Like, and you're the GOAT. Like, you know, there you are, Mr. GOAT, Mr. Llama. Again, another man who's been crushing it on the playoffs this weekend. Heard someone trying to sign Williams Alacorn. I've not heard of him, Lewis. You'll have to give me some more info on that. No, I've not heard of him. So that's not a cough, that's just the chair assuming control. There we go. Callum, we're still flying and top. Get in. Hopefully finish it on Wednesday. Right, there you go, everyone. There's your mission for Wednesday. Before you come and hang out with me on Wednesday night, make sure you follow Callum on his stream. I think you stream about 6:30, I think it is, Callum. I think if I saw your tweet right the other day. Go and watch Callum stream on Wednesday. Enjoy that. Have the title celebrations. He's doing a blue only save. Bit of blue foot, lads. Basically, he's going to try and win the top divisions with teams that just wear blue kits. So it's a very interesting save. He's currently Real Sociedad, 3rd season, I believe, in La Liga. This save over here, Josh, is the British Steel Challenge, or as I like to call it, horror. It is long term, because the plan is you start unemployed, you start with no experience, no jobs or anything like that, and you have to attempt to win everything in England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. So that's leagues and cups. Promotions count as trophies. There's 34 trophies in total to win. At present, we have won 3, and we have played for, this is season 6, so it's slow. We started in Division 3 of Northern Ireland. Evening, Gavin Brash, how are you, buddy? Welcome in. A pleasure to see you, of course. As always, I've spent quite a bit of time with you today, to be honest. Had a little look in your stream, which was great. So again, go and check out Gavin's stream. We like GB. In fact, we're actually going to be streaming and drafting against GB this weekend as part of the Super League. The Super League returns. So great lineup there as well, to be honest. Me versus RDF could be interesting. There you go. So we started off at Banbridge. We went to Portadown, went to Dungannon. We're now at Linfield, so hopefully this should be the team that gets us the most trophies. We are leading in the league at the minute. We're in a cup final in about sort of 5 games time. We've got another cup semi-final to come up. We've even got another cup we're still in. So we might, theoretically, we have the possibility of a quadruple this season still. So things are going pretty well. But allow me to just very quickly catch up on some of those messages, because Lama says, I can see Callum has hosted the playoffs when you leave and go and host the athletics draft tournament. Don't tell them all what's happening. But yes, I could see that as well, to be honest. No, Callum's, as I say, Callum came in, did his debut for the path to the playoffs this season, was superb, and I knew he would be. So expect to see more of Callum. And he was on Drafts and Crafts as well, which again is just like so much fun. If you've not seen the video of Callum struggling to open a beer, I think it was on Twitter? I'm sure you put it on Twitter, didn't you, Callum? So yeah, go and check that, or if not, it's on the highlights on his stream. So do go and keep up with him. So just hopefully we could do with a goal here to us. I know we've been playing incredibly this season, but just at this point, I just need the ball to go in the net, because we've won most of our matches. We don't look particularly what's what I'm looking for. Just need to be a bit more ruthless at this point, you know. Steely says, because my second name is Steel, people used to rub out my first name on the front of my jot and put British Steel on it as my name. Nice, there you go. It's almost like, you know, you have to do this challenge. Back in the days when your jot was wrapped in wallpaper, who remembers that? Yes, we do. Definitely remember that. What a weird thing to do as well. Just be like, I've got a book. Maybe I'll just put some blown vinyl on it. That should be better. My school book is not enough of a fire hazard. So let's just see. If I'm going to get set on fire, I want to go up like quickly, you know. Going into school like, oh, I'm really sorry I haven't been able to back my book yet because my mum's not decorating the house. Brash doing test draft now. I managed to get Chilo Mobley in round 20. Sent to Hood and he's furious. I mean, yeah, that's pretty wild, right? I guess it depends on who you're drafting against. If it's the computer and the AI, then you know, they'll do whatever. They'll do all kinds of daft things. But also, again, if you're drafting against idiots, then they'll also do that as well. But there was a lot of fun to be had this weekend on the playoffs. So much fun. Let's say we started the stream being like, that was probably the best one that I've been part of, I think. Oh, Katamari, Paul axed. Scannell hits it from distance. I attempt Sunderland to spend big money on Kyle Lafferty. Oh God, could you imagine? Lewis, Sunderland rumours include former Oldham striker Sam Surridge. I have heard that actually. Bournemouth striker Jamal Lowe, Jerry Yates, Everton winger and former Sunderland striker Nathan Broadhead, which of course we just said there, and Johnson Clark Harris, from Posh. I can't see Clark Harris because I think he'll cost too much money. I think he's also probably a bit older than what they're looking for in terms of their recruitment plan. The others I can see as a possible. Surge I have definitely heard of. That's definitely been talked about. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm going to bring Mikason on actually, and what I'm also going to do is I'm going to bring Duffy off, and I think Hughes is going to have to go on because we aren't really threatening anything, are we? You know, Clark Harris is sick, definitely not a Posh fan. He's brilliant. He's a fantastic player, but I just don't think he matches the player profile, and I think he'll cost more. But how's he been this season, though, Josh? Has he been as efficient as he was last season? He was banging them all in last year, wasn't he? And then this year, I'm just wondering whether or not he's been scoring as many. 3-0 Arsenal against Oxford. That's pretty decent. And Ketcher, he's League One's top scorer. Nice. He'll go to Sunderland, be good for half of the season, then piss off to America. That sounds like what we did in stream, doesn't it, Rogie? I'm sure that's what we've done in stream. Didn't we sell him to Philadelphia, I think, or Seattle or something like that? Sure we did. Because of course we do like a bit a bit of Peterborough around here. So it was when you were saying that, I was like, we've definitely done that. Surge was mint pay or anything to have him back. Yeah, he's a talented player from what I can understand. Balls over the top. There's Kadamarchery. How's he missed that? Muro Dakane, welcome in. Nice to have you. Right, we are struggling a wee bit here to get goals in the team. I'll tell you what, Kadamari's going to come off. As crazy as it sounds, Kadamari's coming off. Joe Ward would be a good shout. It's not a bad shout, actually. I like that. I like the sound of that. Maybe because he's my cousin. Is he really? Okay. Hey, it sounds like you're his agent as well. I like it. Here's a crazy shout. How about Dele Alli to Sunderland? Comes in on a free transfer, right? Because let's face it, his contract's getting cancelled at Besiktas, isn't it? So that's not a thing anymore. So ping him in. AJ, finally in. Hello, buddy. How are you, man? Pleasure to see you. Hope life's treating you good. Yeah, I was here. Honestly, I was here. That's fine, mate. Don't worry. Dele Alli will be Sunderland until I cry. There's Paul Neal. That's the change. That's the change we needed. It would be, though, wouldn't it? It would be proper, like, old Sunderland. Because this is the thing, right? Is that they've just lost Ellis Sims. Okay, they're gonna potentially, they could still end up losing Loch Ness Drogba as well, which is a possibility, right? And it just seems to be the sort of stupid thing that old Sunderland would do. Now, I know, of course, we're now not in old Sunderland. We're now in New Sunderland, you know, Tony Mowbray's Sunderland, which is a very different Sunderland, to be honest. And yeah, I like it. I like what he's doing with it. It's very, very good. It's very good. Ideal stream night. Tony on one stream, David Pasternak playing Fortnite on the other. Hey, look at this. I am in a esteemed company right now. Sunderland probably still get Dele Alli on a free. Probably. Luke Harris on loan. I'd take that. Here's Evans. I appreciate as well about the people saying tactical masterstroke, but we all know Leclosier, and sometimes it's just a fluke with me, innit? It's not necessarily like this guy knows what he's doing. It's just like, oh hey, look, he pressed the right button. Well done. You know, a broken clock is still right twice a day, right? Newcastle should sell Chris Wood to Sunderland. Nah. Newcastle would have ended up signing Dele Alli if it wasn't for the fucking Saudi Arabians anyway. So, you know, that's the level of transfer that you're looking at. And to be fair, my personal favourite transfer so far is Van Veghorst to Man U. That's, love that. Love it. Ride the raid from AJ. Whoever has the lowest views on FM when you end and has a camera. Yeah, 100%, AJ. That's totally our deal around here. So we're on board with it. Is it going ahead? Or the Veghorst deal? I believe so. I believe that there's definitely contact been made. Whether it gets sorted out or not, I've got no idea. But it's Park House. We know all about Park House. We sat too deep. It's not about you joggers who go round and round and round and round. Park House. disappointing, isn't it? We should have won that game. As long as AJ can't request the coffee shop bop song. We've got no song requests. Because basically, because of the fact that I don't know any songs, so that's part of the problem there. We are still 5 points clear of Cliftonville. We do have a game in hand as well. So, things are looking pretty decent. But it would look much better had we managed to get those 3 points against Ballymena. Especially with Cliftonville drawing a banger. I should explain the tiramisu as well, by the way, because a lot of you are going, why is he eating the tiramisu? So, a couple of weeks ago, I'd griefed trifle, right? And I was like, trifle is not your Christmas Day dessert, okay? I'm not saying it's not a good dessert. I'm not saying you can't have it at some point on Christmas Day. I was saying that it can't be your main Christmas Day dessert, okay? And of course, my chat took exception to this because Mrs. J thought that a Christmas Day dessert was a trifle. And I was like, no, it's not that. It's not that at all. So, over Christmas, I thought, right, fine, I'll buy a trifle. I'll eat a trifle. I'll eat the whole trifle because, why not? We'll do it. We won a cup eating a trifle. And I don't know if it was because we ate the trifle or it was just the timing of the trifle, but we then figured that the next match we probably had to eat a trifle again. So this was becoming a bit of a thing where we're like, right, we're going to have to start eating trifles on stream. And eventually that's going to start to weigh quite heavy on me. So I was like, right, we need to stop this whole trifle issue, okay? And a couple of streams off, then of course I had the playoffs this weekend as well. Came straight back. Now, of course, problem is, I think as the closing was the reason we had the trifle. We thought it was going to be like that sort of superstition, wasn't it? Well, we ate a trifle once, we won a trophy, therefore we've always got to eat trifles. That's what we thought. So, because of, and this is tenuous at best, because Gianluca Vialli died, I feel as though the only way to honour the works of one of Italy's greatest footballers and men would be to eat an entire tiramisu. Because I don't think he'd bother with a trifle either. So I'm gonna have a tiramisu tonight while we have a stream. So it's a proper one, a Tesco's one as well. I eat the whole lot. So that's why we're on the tiramisu. So there you go. There's the proof. There's our tiramisu there. So rest in power, Gianluca Vialli. Should have gone for a panettone. All right. Wednesday's stream, I'll get a panettone, right? Love how matter of fact you just said the whole... Because there's no other way to do it, is there, Rogue? That's the problem. You can't be like, yeah, so basically what happened was, right, we had this thing. You can't really explain it without coming across like a bit of a knobhead. Panettone Jameson, way, there we go. Should have known. Should have been straight on there. Cakes and coaching with Tony. When has that bothered you before? Exactly. Nothing's bothered me ever. I'm a man. I'm laid back, aren't I? This is the thing. I've been like, it'll be fine, don't worry. I'm bothered more about the fact that we're doubling up with a Lemsip, so and we got back-to-back matches against Glenthoran, so we're playing. So this is a bit of a sort of decision-making time as well at this point. Okay, so we've got Coleraine in the league. And then we've got back-to-back matches against Glenthoran. One's the first round of the cup, one's the final. So we need a full-strength team for the final. And there's no stream for the rest of it, just assume the tiramisu Lemsip combo has worked. Is Matt Kennedy, or is he the guy that you wanted rid of? Yes, that's right. Yeah. Alright, he's gone. I couldn't remember if that was the thing from last time or not. So, as I say, we need to get a team who are fit by this time here. 6 days time, can they play 3 games in 6 days. I don't think they can. Technically, Steam Power's not looking particularly fit. Looking pretty knackered, if I'm honest. Paul Neal, does he deserve a run out? He probably does, doesn't he? He's got himself a goal there, so let's give him a run out. Steam Power can be replaced by... So let's put Owen O'Brien in, because we don't know whether this is going to be like one of his last games he ever plays. That could be quite handy to get him used. I'm going to put Carl Kinsella at right back, even though he's not normally been used there. Let's try that. I think that works for me. Henderson's done fine at left back. We could put Henderson in at left back, actually. Put Boys in, and therefore we can rest O'Brien for a little bit as well. That might work. So we are using a couple of players out there. Southampton, of course, need to get up to that fee. You know what I mean? Like, otherwise it ain't gonna happen. Let's see if they'll loan us back as well. Because the problem is that we can't stop these because actually no, we can, because the transfer thing hasn't been met. No move to Marseille or Lille for you, I'm afraid. So yeah, there you go. Not happening. He's not going. You know, 1 second, Owen O'Brien's like, I'm off to Marseille, and I'm like, no, I've just learned numbers, mate. You're not going. Tony Dies of Bad Tiramisu. Claudio Ranieri is there. Oh god, yeah, of course. Ranieri, he fucking loved a tiramisu, probably, didn't he? Oh, that's a problem. Now, I bet he did and all. I bet Ranieri fucking loves a tiramisu. It's like, like his nonna used to make. I'm sure of it. Oh, damn you, Claudio Ranieri. Why does it have to be like this? Yeah, if anyone wants to check on me, please do during the course of the evening. I'll try and post as many updates as I can. Still alive, everyone. Imagine putting that on Twitter, just like for tonight, just going still alive. I noticed you're actually doing the evil tactic. What, the 4-2-3-1? Yeah, I told you, Rogue. Yeah, I said from the start we're just doing like we've changed my Sunderland's 4-3-3 into a 4-2-3-1. Just we thought, right, let's forget. I'm proving that literally anybody can play with a Gegenpress 4-2-3-1 and it's overpowered. Because everyone's like, no, it's not. It's a really good tactic. So I'm basically plugging it in, going, told you. It's the unthinking man's football formation. Turns out it works. So it's not been nerfed this year. We do turn into a 4-2-4 occasionally as well when we're chasing a game. And we have moved to a 4-3-3 as well, but yeah, we do start in a 4-2-3-1 shape. So, sorry, it does help the Northern Irish PSG. Well, there is that as well, George. All these things come into play. Jordan, I don't mind being an unthinking man. Oh, hey, look, I'm more than happy for anyone to play the game however they want. That's exactly how you're going to do it. What you'll notice, Jordan, is I make this game more difficult for myself than I need to. I don't know why I do it, but I feel as though I have to do it. I feel as though every win I have to earn, and I feel as though I have to try and just be. I don't allow myself to be happy. I think seems to be the overriding thing here. Matt Ryan's gone to AZ Alkmaar. That's a pretty big move, isn't it? Is that on loan or is that a permanent deal, friendly? I think we have to worry about Colway getting at us here. Kinsella gets it away with his head. 4-3-3 myself, but I like the camp and don't push too many buttons. I mean, hey, an actual deal. Good business. He's a good goalkeeper. Very good goalkeeper. And are Alkmaar looking like they're going to get to Europe or something as well? Because that would obviously also help sweeten the deal, wouldn't it? (3-0) Arsenal against Oxford. Wow. Okay, so we're currently nearly 2-0 down against Coleraine. Right, we've been caught out twice by that. By those balls, probably more than twice. By those balls over the top. Boys, Palmer. Hello, fellow Linfield enthusiasts. Hello, Rebellious. How are you? Welcome in. Pleasure to see you, of course, as always. You've joined us, Rebellious, in a weird moment. We're actually losing a game. Very strange. Very strange indeed. I'm not entirely sure what we're supposed to do at this point. It doesn't... Obviously, we don't lose a huge amount of our lead at the top of the table, but it's more about morale coming to these two massive cup games against Glenthoran. Definitely don't want to be losing those. Hello, George. How are you, buddy? How's the Gegenpress working? Tonight, it's not working very well. Normally, up until this point, it's been brilliant. Oh, stupid tackle that is. That is ridiculous. So for the first match, probably I'd say about the third match this season, it hasn't been working. It's been working. Yeah, I adjusted it ever so slightly. We've been fine for I think this is our third defeat of the season now. So it's, I'd take that. You've watched enough of my streams to know by now, Jordan. If I've only lost 3 games this season, I've only played 3 games. And we don't get to this point of the season. I think I just think it's just we're not actually we're not playing very well today, to be honest. This is the main issue, I think. I do like the fact that it takes within seconds for me to be like, this is the stupid formation. It's like, Tony, you're losing 2-0. Yeah, all right, fine, whatever. That was for that 1-91 team that somehow went south. I mean, to be fair, if anyone's going to do that, Jordan, it's me, right? I'm the team who can do that. I mean, we need to be absolutely telling these players off right now. DJ Tacken, first time on the stream, but listen to the pod for a while. Nice, excellent. I wrote the Pentagon Challenge book. There we go. If you haven't listened to the Football Manager show and listened to the story about the Pentagon Challenge, it is available on Amazon. So do yourself a favour, go and get it checked out. Also, as well, there's the link for the podcast, which is going to be recorded this week. Comes back on Wednesday. Feels like ages since we were last here, so going to be interesting to get ourselves back on the old podcast recordings. Should say as well that the Sheffield Wednesday challenge, again, I know what I'm like, right? I know what I'm like. I'm sitting there going, I think I've found a way for this to work. I was doing well in Sheffield Wednesday. Lost like 4 games out of 5, having not lost in 20. All of a sudden, they stopped working. Players just stopped working, and they're like, "We think we've done this season, Gaffer." I'm like, "Yeah, there's loads of games still. We're not even at Christmas yet." They just switched off, lost a bunch of games. So went from first to like 5th, I think we are, coming into the new year. So we'll do a roundup on it on the show, but yeah, not quite the. Yeah, it just needs a little bit of tweaking. Oh, off the other side of the bar. We should be 3-0 down now. Yeah, oh, bless you, Rogie. Thank you. Yeah, get the... yeah, send that link to Rogie. He'll pop it in the chat so we can at least post it out. I do remember retweeting it on Twitter as well for you, so... And in fact, to be honest, I should actually get myself a copy ordered, so I'll sort that out. Ball's in. There's Bailey Callum Archery. That gets us back. Well, it gets us back in sort of positive mindset right now. Mikason looks positive. Great ball through. Callum Archery. Bang. 2-1. It's what, goal number 26, 27, I think, for the season now for him. On loan, Sheffield Wednesday striker. Yeah, there you go. See, it all makes sense, doesn't it? Great, decent effort. Tipped over the top by the looks of it. Neil's not having a great time, is he? On 6.2. Tempted to bring him off for Scannell, maybe. I'm not sure if Hewland's the guy to bring in at this point, but actually, you know what? Maybe he is. Maybe we bring Hewland on, get the ball to him. Try there. Have Evans as an inverted winger, maybe as well. See if that'll work. Palmer's not playing great. Douglas isn't playing great. My midfield aren't doing very well. That's a bit of an issue, to be honest. Hewland coming deep for the ball. Callum Archery. I thought Evans was going to go for that there. If he'd have chased in, I'm sure he could have got the tap in. Or at least made the keeper work for it. There we go. Appreciate that, Rogie. Thank you very much. Yeah, go and check that one out, everyone. Let's pop to attacking as well, see how that works. Slightly more direct again. I think we're going to lose this one, though. I can see this match petering out as a 2-1 defeat, sadly. From stupidity. JJK2112. Appreciate the follow. Very kind. Thank you very much for that. Welcome to the stream. Nice tackle by Kinsella. Gets it away. Here's Mikason. Hewland looks up. Can he find? No, he doesn't look up for Callum Archery. What are we doing? DJ, appreciate the follow. Thank you for that, buddy. That's not what we wanted. We wanted him to just look up, see Callum Archery, slot the ball in for him, have him finish it. That's what we needed. First defeat in 8 games. There you go. There's your gegenpress 4-2-3-1. Up until that point, it was going well. You know, see, look, there's the formation we've used: 4-2-3-1 all the way through. One match there's a 4-2-4. All these 4-2-3-1s slowly catching up with us. 2 finals tonight, both against Glenthoran. Big decisions to make now as well, because, well, it's probably not massive decisions, is it? Are we best off sinking match 1 because we need the final more than anything, don't we? But then again, it's another cup. 50% sell-on fee. Yay! We need him to convince it though, because they're still only paying like 475 grand. Well, we're trying to bump them up to 475 grand. They only want to pay 425. So it's not a lot of money. Repeat the book link. Twitch has just crashed. Yeah, of course, absolutely. Book link is this one here. Oh, sorry, you do the there you are. That's it there. Just getting another big cough going on there as well. The sort of cough that goes right up to your head to make you go, ooh. It's not very good. Southampton made a non-negotiable £425,000 bid. Well, unfortunately, it's a £475,000 bid, and we've promised that you can only go at £600,000. So reject, I'm afraid. He's not going. I'm going to see if that backfires, but hopefully it doesn't. Kennedy's gone for you, Rogie. Kennedy's gone. But yeah, 2 back-to-back home games against Glenthoran. First round of the cup, then the final of which one we got now? It's the County Antrim Shield first, then the Bet McLean Cup final. So potentially adding to our trophy haul. Hopefully. Otherwise, we're going to leave Northern Ireland very sad. Very sad indeed. Because we know we're going to have to leave this season anyway. Really. We are also as well kind of skipping through some things, like, because we're obviously not really planning on being here for a while. Like, so we're not trying to sort of like do all these sort of like longer term planning stuff that we would normally do with a club. We're sort of just looking at stuff going like, yeah, let's see if we can just blast through this as painless as we can do. Try and just get to the end of the season really as quick as we can. Hopefully get a trophy in the bank. Tell you what, I'm going to start with Hewlin. Am I? Yeah, start with Hewlin actually. He probably won't be much use up front on his own. Actually, I was Paul Neal about 17 finishing. Yeah, there you're right. Paul Neal starting actually. Kinsella still needs resting. There's nobody surprising on the bench, to be honest, to bring on who can be like, right, you've got a bit of experience, you've got a bit of ability, get yourself on there. No one like that. Owen O'Brien suspended, Sean Want suspended, so that's 2 centre-backs suspended. That's a bit frustrating. Could make things a little bit harder for us. That's what she said. Okay, let's do this then. So first round of the cup, in the Northern Irish Cup against Glenavon. This match isn't the most important one. The next one is the most important one. Appreciate all the interest in the book. No, hey, look, DJ, this is what it's all about. Like, you know, we've got a good community around here, so if you make stuff or if you create things, then thankfully our people are keen to get involved and support. So yeah, like I say, I'll get one loaded up as well. Actually, get it done. So Tony makes wishes come true. Yeah, I'm like fucking John Cena back here. Sorry, just bash the microphone there. FM content definitely doesn't need to just be video form. Written content is still in. 100%. Rogie, there's some great written work being knocked about. The latte quarterly, I'm a big fan of. Love seeing that, and Cleon as well. The view from the touchline is he's putting out some wonderful stuff in the minute as well. He's all over the place, so do go and check those people out as well, and check out the Cult of. He's a streamer who does make video content as well. He's made a great Moneyball stats and data DNA save with Burton Albion. It's on YouTube at the minute. It's really good. Nicholson in for Neil, straight at what he works for SI as well, actually, so It's also an interesting little tidbit. I prefer an audio book. I'm at an age where I'm nodding off while reading. Well, I mean, hey, we could be. We could make this happen as well, DJ. If you want me to do the audio book, let's get that one sorted. Yeah. I tried to angle it for the Atalanta book as well. We interviewed the author for the Football Manager show, and I was like, I smashed out the title, and it was just like, do you want this? Or do you want to do this? I was like, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that as a thing. TJFM audio book, 6 hours of Tony eating desserts. ASMR, that's what they call it, isn't it? Oh, is this Tony eating it sounds like Tony eating a crunchy, yeah. It's not one to drift off on, but you know, some people love listening to him eat a dime bar. Seems like he's eating a toffee penny. Oh! Joe Duffy opens the score and guess the kick. ASMR Patreon level 3. Is it a cheese and ham toasty, Tony? It is a cheese and ham toasty. Well done. Joe Duffy loves a toffee penny. Mm-hmm. Right, there you go. We'll start this then. We've only got one tier of sub at the minute, but we'll do it. We'll start branching out, okay? Get some more sub tiers going on. Right. Oh, it sounds like Tony's eating chicken wings, but with what sauce, I wonder? Is he washing that down with a Fanta? No, it's a dandelion and burdock. Very close. Very close indeed. Evening Football Social. Welcome in. Appreciate the raid. How are you? Hope you're good. Hope life's treating you well. How's the podcast? What have you been chatting about tonight? Do yourselves a favour, guys. Go and follow the Football Social as well. Before, of course, you go and do our ASMR stream, of course. TJ ASMR, the sound of him throwing £20 notes at poor people. Is that Tony turning the heating on? It sounds like it. Evening SK the Jana, how are you? Harriet James in with the follow as well. Oh, pick that out. Paul Neal smashes it into the roof of the net. Scoops Callahan, yes, my man. Lovely to see you. Big shout out to yourself there. Hope you're well, chatting FA Cup action and EFL action. Love it. All the action. All the action. Yeah, drop Scoops a follow if you can do it, please. That would be much appreciated. So 2-0 up against Glenthoran. This is the wrong time. This is the wrong time to be beating Glenthoran, to be honest. This is the one we don't want to be winning this game. You know what I mean? Take cheeky Paul Neal over to Scotland lands. We could do. He's looking handy enough, isn't he? He's maybe got a bit of ability about him. Mikeson's got himself a yellow card though, so he's probably worth a sub off. So we'll bring Scannell on for him. Evans is starting to tire, so don't seem to have anyone who can play out wide. Scannell could. We could go 4-4-2, I suppose. Henderson's just dilly-dallying. What are we doing here? That was a bit daft, wasn't it, lads? Don't be doing that. So let's bring Hewlin on, actually. Put Duffy out there. So, as I say, we just need to see this game out. Nothing silly here, right? Get the game done. Hewlin, big cross there. Scannell at the back post. 3-0. That's us into the next round of the cup. Okay. But we have to play them again in 3 days' time. What are they going to learn from this? Have we tired ourselves out? Or is this the first mental beating that we're going to give them? Sean is the goal at Chasing Racing playoffs weekend. Oh, I appreciate that, Sean. It was very, it was genuinely, I said at the start of the stream, I think that's the best playoffs weekend we've had since I've been part of it. I think it was brilliant television. Brilliant television. Duffy's injured. That could be a problem. No more substitutions either. Okay, fine. Let's make things a little bit different then, shall we? So we're going to go there. That'll work. Let's just do that. I'm cautious as well, actually. Most yellow cards in a season was the record breakers in 98 cards in 38 games. It's absolute murder ball, George. Who remembers murder ball from Indonesia? What a formation that was. That was just choosing violence, wasn't it? Lloyd Lewis. Great finish. Bring it back. Only 2 red cards. So essentially you're stamping your authority on the game, but also in a disciplined manner. Like a martial art. Like you learned how to use it. Like you learned what it was there, but you never wanted to really use it. I think it's actually more respectful, isn't it? I could kill you. I'm just going to break your arm. Let that be a little warning that I know what I could do. Murder ball retired, king ball off to a rough start. Yeah, didn't really work, to be honest, did it for Tim Lewis? But you know what? He did something that nobody else did. So that's what's worth looking at. But yeah, we had our own tactic we called murder ball, and it was stupid. It was ridiculous. So the best part of it was it was clearly like all out, sort of like smash mouth football, but you could play on a cautious mentality, which was just like completely confusing for the for the opposition. Just like it can be all out, but it's cautious, you know. Interesting. Callum Wilson out with a broken leg. Oh dear. Oh dear. I mean, that is going to be a bit of a shame, isn't it? That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. So we weren't going to try and buy players in January. Well, it looks like we might have to now. We have to try and loan in a right back. Just a warning, trying to sign Connor. Just as a warning, trying to sign Connor Scannell to Elgin on a free after his release, not having any of it. Right, okay, so we need to go higher than Elgin to get Connor Scannell in. Harry Norton could play at fullback. Sean Want can play at fullback, so that could work if needs be. Also, Kinsella can play there. The thing is, Kinsella doesn't necessarily have the defensive capabilities. Although actually, complete wing back on attack. There you go. Maybe we'll do that. Kinsella's the guy. Kinsella's in. Right. I'm going for it. I mean, it's a huge blow for Callum Wilson to be out for that long, though. I mean, that's that's big blow. Big blow. The fact that he starts the game at Sunderland as well is like double gutting, you know. Right. It looks like Owen O'Brien's on his way. Oh dear. PM Orc, appreciate the follow. Very kind. Thank you for that. Excuse me. Glad you loved the playoffs, player. Glad you loved it. He's gone. He's gone to Lille. He's not going to come in. He's not going to come back for loan. Bugger. So, goddamn Gib. Gib Show's ruined it. But we've now got a transfer budget of 800 quid, 800 grand. So, could we potentially now find a player to buy who's good enough to just like literally bring out the do the Ted DiBiase's, get the money out and go, right, who do we want? Morgan Feeney? He's 23. I sent the public message to appeal to his sane side. Sign him in 3 days, on your marks. Yeah. 6'5", Indonesian. I mean, this is what it's talking about, isn't it? 6'5". Where was the 6'5" Indonesian players from the start? And he only wants to come on loan. 87 grand mandatory fee. There we go. We've got our player in. I suspect the end result will be very confusing to Gib. Yeah. The style of Corrie's Jim McDonald. What are you, young Tony? That Northern Irish, right? Yeah. Everyone's got a price. Everyone does have a price. We will get our player. Does he need a work permit? I'm guessing he probably does. I'm guessing he does. I may have jumped the gun a little bit on that one. I think I just saw Indonesian and went, this is perfect. Let's just get him in. May not have fully thought it through. What, Tony? That doesn't sound like you at all. It does. It does. Sounds exactly like what I'd do. We all know that. It was Baggett. This is a lad that used to play for Ipswich. 44 caps. He might get a work permit then. It's more about the fact that he's probably going to want to go to Doncaster or Shrewsbury or Southend possibly. Other nationality is English, so he'll be fine. Plus he's also English and Thai. So he's got a few nationalities. He'll be fine. English second nationality, yeah. Cameron Evans from Sligo Rovers. 350 grand. I'm not going to let him go on loan. I mean, here's the thing. Do we now at this point try and just splash the cash on one or two big players? 2 weeks to go. Sam Hughes. Oh, we had him before, didn't we, at Peterborough? Remember? 5 grand wages. Owen Toll. You've got to pay the toll troll. Could get him in. Gets the crowd going. Plays short, simple passes. Dollar Dobson. Let's see if that's even a thing. I think he's going to be on far too much wages though, Ghost. He's at Birmingham. Yeah, we can't afford it, sadly. He's only 30 though, so there's we might get him eventually. Toll's only 1,500 quid on loan. So that's a possibility. What else do we need, possibly? McKinley's back again, available again. Beaz, did we go in for him before? We looked at it, didn't we? Oh, he can't get the work permit, that's right. McKinley? Probably a bit more for the future, I think, isn't he? Decent decision making though, decent passing, reasonable vision, good work rate, good technique. Is he maybe somebody? Possibly? Not sure. Could be. Is there a right back or a right wing back now? Luke Harris. I mean, how far into this are we thinking? From Fulham, 22. Nah, he's not going to be going away. He's not playing though. High quality teammate, sadly. Oh, hang on. How's about Esmidas? Appreciate the follow. Very kind. It's these wages, isn't it? Damn these wages. It's never going to work. We're not destined to be reunited just yet. Just you wait, though. Just you wait when we go to Scotland and you're bringing him in easily. Ademeo? King Louis. Here's a burn. Hello, Gib. How are you, buddy? Yeah, we've got a bone to pick with you. Your Lille team have just robbed our young up-and-coming centre-back for an absolute pittance. And, yeah, man, we're not best pleased. No option to loan back either. So, in the January transfer window, a couple of days before we're about to play a cup final, what a bunch of shits. Sounds like good business. Yeah, for you guys, very good business. Yeah, for us, dreadful. Here he is. Owen O'Brien, 99 appearances of the club as well. You couldn't even let him get to 100. And you went, you know what, let's go in, let's swoop in, let's take this lad away and, you know, take him to France, where he's probably not going to play because he's going to be homesick, already listed for loan. You know, ply him full of cash and false promises. He is available for loan, but unfortunately they want him to play with higher quality teammates, so we can't get him done, sadly. Yeah, but you know what the joke is? We'll buy him when we end up at Charlton. There, that'll show. Croissants are an Ulster fry, you choose. Exactly, Greeno. Hello, mate. I've not seen you in for a while. Hope you're keeping well. Nice to see you. We are, of course, about to play the big one right now, though. Apart from that, I'm good. Very good indeed. We're about to play the cup final. Linfield versus Glenthoran in the first of our 2 cup finals we're going to be on stream tonight. It's the big one. Let's get it done. With this, my work is done. In the words of the French, bonne nuit. I mean, what great work, Rogie. Beautiful work, by the way. Fantastic. Hope you well anyway, Gib, by the way. What's the crack then? Are you back streaming, or are you creating, or are you just sort of like keeping it chilled for the minute and not really sort of sure where you're going with things? I think we need to get this one ticked off. Get this one knocked in. We're away. Hold a team meeting? No chance. Not at all. Would you like to hold a team meeting before an important cup final? Nope. Not at all. Not a single chance of that. Right, Baggett's probably not going to come. Okay, Baggett might not happen, so we might end up having to go with Toll instead. We've got Glenavon in the next round of the Northern Irish Cup. How do we break back streaming on YouTube? Content-wise, not sure. Work-life balance, but all over the place. Yeah, and you know what though, Gabe? That's completely understandable, man. Like, you know, make sure that everything's all chilled out first. Otherwise, as you know, it's going to be all over the place and it's not going to be good. And you're going to stress yourself. And it's just meant to be fun, isn't it? It's just meant to be fun. It's not meant to be. You know, at the minute, it's not work, so it shouldn't feel like work. You know, Ian in Riverside, how are you, sir? Welcome in. Can't afford his wages. Niall John still can't afford RJJ's wages. Again, it's a shame, innit? Let's see then. First cup final of our life with Linfield. Expected to win, and The bid's been accepted for Toll. Czar, you're just literally here on time. We're about to do our first cup final of the stream tonight. Hope you're well, by the way. Welcome in. Little bit of tiramisu before we get started, obviously. Win or Tony gets put in the bin, exactly. If we can't win with Linfield, we can't win at all, right? And it doesn't matter how much fun we're having at that point, does it? It just suddenly becomes a... Tony, remember that time that you couldn't win with the best team in Northern Ireland? Shut up! We're here for a good time, not an actual successful time. So here we go then. Here's the big one. There we go. Right. We're happy. Is this the equivalent of the regional cup? Yes, it is, yeah. Yeah, this is the regional cup, the Antrim Cup. So we need... Oh, have they recalled Douglas? You bunch of bastards. Right. Okay. There's 4 counties. So... yeah, so we can't... So we've won the... We haven't won any of the regional cups yet. This will be our first regional cup, I think. Unless the coach's intermediate one counts, potentially. I don't know. I need to work that one out for Division 3. But yeah, we just had Douglas taken back to Burnley as well, because we're not playing him as a fucking deep-lying defensive midfielder or something. We didn't need him. We weren't playing him in that position. So we don't play with that kind of player. So that's a shame to lose him. Could Connolly come back, maybe? Bring Brian Connolly back on loan? On loan at Woking. He's not getting a game either, is he? Acceleration of 5 isn't brilliant. Plus he's only 5'8". Okay. Harry Norton maybe doesn't have the steel. Right, we need a central midfielder then, to be honest. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. It's not good, is it? And I've just realised I'm starting with Cadamartri on the bench. So I've just made a bit of an error by looking at a different option for a player for some other position. I've forgotten the fact we've left our starting striker on the bench. And in fact, we actually go out with the same side that won the first leg, the first round of the Northern Irish Cup. So there's actually probably still a couple of changes that we needed to make. Oh, classic Jameson. Classic Jameson. Play Taylor Swift in honour of Tony. It's what the world would have wanted, right? It's fine, it just means it's even more sweet when Bailey Cadamartri comes on and gets the goals in the second half. Let Glenthoran think that they've got a chance at this point. Being like, oh god, yeah, it's all mind games. Right, Evans with a corner, whips it in. Boys with the header. See. That's what we want. 1-0 already. Ted DiBiase agrees. That goal was money. Here's Evans, overhits it, still controls it. Pulls it back. Henderson. Up over the top. Evans. Duffy. Oh, Neil. Nearly justifying his inclusion. There's Want. Down the line, Mikason. Pulls it back. Evans. Bad control, wasn't it? Terrible touch. It's all Linfield though, for the minute. Why have I said that out loud? We all know that summons up the FM beasts. Nicely blocked. Come on boys, just calm it down. Just keep your head now. Nothing silly. Let's just try and see this one out. 15 minutes played when I start to go, let's try and just see it out. You know, nothing silly, lads. Nothing silly. Run it in the corners. Jeffcott launches it. Vaughan's charging through. Good block. Will do as well. Let's just let tempo ever so slightly. We don't want to be playing too high. Burns whips it in. Headed away. It's Palmer that gets his head to it, isn't it? It's fine. 30 minutes in. Glenthoran just slowly starting to come back into the match now. One dispossessed deep in their half. Neil Evans goes back on the outside, pulls it back. Duffy. Here we go. One hand on the cup now. What a cutback. Duffy, keeper's already gone to ground. Evans is just, he's a cut above at in this level. Like, he came in from Wales. I want to say it was like Wrexham or something, but like he was a free transfer, and he's just really, really good. But you know, the kind of good where like 1 week he gets an 8 and the next week he gets a 6.9. Yeah, that kind of good, you know. But yeah, that was delightful. And Duffy's on loan from Bolton, so he's playing pretty well in that shadow striker role. Who needs the first 11 in a cup final? Nobody. This is the Linfield way, isn't it, Czar? Oh, Warren with a great finish. We've got a risky game on now. So Martinez got the Portugal job, reminded me of your Linfield appointment. It does a bit, doesn't it? In fact, Roberto Martinez's career is a little bit like me so far in Northern Ireland. Yeah, we need to drop ever so slightly that line, I think. Yeah. Actually, we could probably still keep a high line but take the step out off, but let's just drop it one step back as well, actually. At least until half time. Okay, so 2-1. One hand in. Didn't you fail up in Indonesia as well? Yeah, of course we did. There's no other way to fail, Gib. You fail spectacularly, and spectacularly is up. Like, you know, that's what they're saying, the only way is up. Right, that's what they do. Calamartri's on the bench. I'm going to give them 10 minutes, then we'll put Calamartri on. I think Duffy's looking tired. Paul Neal's not having a great time. Do you still have a screenshot of Murder Ball? I think it's somewhere in the Discord, George. Let me have a quick little. I'll see if I can dig it out. It was a thing of beauty, wasn't it? It really was. Let's see what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring. I feel like I should bring Duffy off. He's on 7-9. So I think we're going to end up bringing Neil off, actually. Good challenge. Here's Mikason. Puts his foot on the ball. Want. Got a feeling now as well that because I'm going to bring Neil off, he's going to score. Evans. Back inside. Duffy. Build the nation on the International Space Station. If we'd fallen up anymore, we'd have ended up on the moon. But that's what we do, right? That's how it's all about entertainment, you know? There's no point. Oh, you found it. Oh, excellent. There's no point me sitting like, you know, going, oh, you know what's like the best thing to do is just, you know, play the game normally. Boring, innit? It's boring. You know, let's try and add a bit of spice to this thing. Nice McCartan through. Oh. I mean, that was a little bit. And we need one more goal. Palmer, Henderson, Evans. Got some tired legs out there as well. That's the problem. Calamartri, Scannell. Yeah, that's a hell of a strike from distance. Just launched it. Oh, counter-attack's on. Right, okay. Now we've got an issue. Don't worry. It's okay, we've still got options. We've got Hewdland. Okay. That's fine. Dropping the line. That was the end of the first half of the Greeno. A lot's changed since then. We went to cautious trying to see the game out as well, so that's also a problem. You know, that's the problem, is we went a little bit cautious a little bit too quickly. So a bit wider as well, actually. Thing is, we've got some tired legs out there, and the players that we've got on the bench are now defenders, and they're not particularly brilliant. Anya Todd, welcome and appreciate the follow. Very kind, thank you for that. So now up to Bailey Cadamartri, who's come on to try and do the business. Obviously there's a corner now. Headed away. We can't lose the cup final from here, surely. Surely not. And it feels very much like how it's going to work. Evening, Rich Owens. How are you, buddy? Welcome in. You've joined Rich at probably the best time, but also the most stressful time. We're in a cup final, the first of two tonight. We were 2-0 up. We have, of course, let them back into it at 2-2 in the final minutes, and now it's just launching the ball left, right, and centre, hoping for the best. Here's Bailey Cadamartri. Can he pull it back for Hughes? It goes down, penalty. $1 million man emotes. Yeek Hunter, appreciate the follow. Evans puts his foot through that. Now we're talking. Last few seconds of the first half of it, of extra time. Remember, we've got Glenthoran in the final of the next cup as well, so remember that. Look at all these tired players. Look how tired they are. They all hate the fact that they're out. Still. Just gotten the nod back there. Come on, Henderson. Don't end silly. Don't end silly like that. Oh. It's getting a bit tense now. It's getting a bit tense. Evans, corner. Right, that's fine, yeah. Right, cool. What have we got? How was your stream, Rich? Sorry. Just realised I sort of went, hello, Rich. I'm a bit busy now. How was your stream, Rich? Hope it was good. Bring the tempo down and save the energy. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Be disciplined as well. More important things to concentrate on than you, Rich. Don't be so silly. You are my main priority, and you know that. If you've not got FMT, follow, by the way, everyone. Make sure you do that. New episode out tomorrow. And today, if you're on Patreon. It was very good as well. Nice to see the boys still putting out some great work after a little hiatus as well, of course, Christmas and stuff. And I see them back. That'll do. Keep that ball down there. 12 minutes to go, I think, is it, by my calculations? It has sound and everything. That, you know what, Rich? Sometimes that's all you can hope for. Isn't it? That's the best you can hope for. Just be like, yeah, we put out a podcast that had audio on it. I think we need to change some attacking lines, actually, with booting balls into no man's land at this point. Lloyd Lewis, great save. Incredible double save. Incredible double save. That was outstanding. Incredible goalkeeping. Gražić with potentially like a save better than Gordon Banks, right? Much better. Gordon Banks' save was rubbish. Is focus the thing? Right, we need the ball to get to Kadamari again, don't we? That's what we need. That's right, keep him there. Uh-oh. That'll do. Well played. Head away. Can we get anybody? Maybe we need an extra body back. That's right, just let the ball go. Oof. The double save to end all double saves. We've just beaten it. We've just beaten it, Rich. We made it better. Evans assaulted by the referee. What can we even do at this point? Right, put you on as a defensive midfielder. Support in a final as well. Exactly. Like, you know, doing it when it matters, isn't it? Ghost. That's the thing. Norton, Kinsella. Oh, it should have been Callum Artery. It should have been. Broadhead to Ipswich. Done deal. Nice. Good bit of transfer business, that, to be honest. Gražić. Just trying to kill the game now. Second it goes out, we're putting time wasting on. Scannell. Callum Artery. In for big Hewlin. Oh. See what we can do. Last few seconds, chat. And we'll get excited. We might be about to do this. This might be the first one for tonight. Palmer thinks about it. Takes so long, we don't even put the ball in. Don't even see the highlight. Kinsella. Tackled. Devlin forward. Power intercepts it. Henderson. Oh, Hewlin gives it away. Get your head on it. Oh. It's another great save. Gražić tips it over the top. Cross comes in, punches it away. I think this is it. Callum Artery. Norton. Oh. Just need to keep the hold of the football. Don't want anything silly. That could be it. What have we got? Seconds. Oh. I mean, that was tense, wasn't it? Jeez. We made hard work of that one. There's a victory. We've got one. One's in the bag. First trophy tonight. First trophy with Linfield. Get screenshotted. Yeah. It's a thing. Done. Number 1. Ticked off. Let's get that graphic updated, shall we? I told you the tiramisu was a good idea, didn't I? I told you. Right. County Antrim Shield, now coloured in red. So that's going to be downloaded now. Right. Here we go then, chat. This. We've won all the World Cups I have in between us. We've done Northern Ireland. There you go. That's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what it's all about. Congratulations on winning. All we need. You can slightly BA Baracus. To be honest, not enough BA Baracus, Lam. I should have gone more. Tony's got more trophies than Harry Kane. Well, exactly. People wrote me off, but here they are. Right, this is where we were. Seconds ago, we had that. The trophies in red are what we've won. The trophies in yellow, of course, are what we haven't won. The trophies in orange are what we were aiming for. And therefore, we can just update that one there. And we've now got another red one in. Right? So that, forgive my manners, because I didn't even realise that I meant to change that as well. So 2 seconds. One more. This is the exciting bit. Drum roll. Time for the bit that actually matters the most. As it now says, 4 trophies. 4. Red is an interesting choice for trophies. 1. How come? The background's blue. I don't. There's no other variation of colour, surely, is there? Red usually means failure. Yeah, but hey, look. Usuallys are usuallys, right? We do things very, very different around here, right? We've got much better things to think about than, what colour may or may not, signify victory or failure. It's fine, White, but then again, see, white would represent what? Like just giving up, possibly. Should be green, but then the background's blue, so has there been an update tonight, TJ? My injuries are through the roof. Mate, we've just won a trophy, Llama. Literally just right there, just literally seconds ago. You were there, you saw it. You must have seen it. We just won a cup. First one tonight. We've got potentially one more to do tonight. So that's what it's all about, isn't it? Starting to make it look like I know what I'm doing here. I don't know what I'm doing. Do not ask me. I'm more surprised you won 4 trophies because I don't download tactics, kid. That's why, Done it all the hard way by grinding and struggling, and then going, fuck it, we're doing 4-2-3-1 gegenpressing with the best team in the land. To be fair, my record's pretty good. Like I win enough. I take my time doing it because. Why would I not? Why would you not take your time doing it? It's much more fun that way, right? All in dessert eating, exactly. Let's get some of this done. I do it the entertaining way. Where's the fun in winning everything in the first few seasons? You've got no game to play then, so you need to build it up so that when you do win, it means something. That's my thinking anyway. That could be wrong, but that's how I think the best way to do it is. Yes, we gotta hydrate. Good idea. I love the fact as well that we've just won a trophy, and it's the most laid back music we could possibly have on, just like there you go, like really serene and like tranquil, just like that's better, like almost sort of might as well have like whale music or something on. Remember when we had champagne for the pizza trophy? You've changed. I'm off the drink though, aren't I? Gabe, that's the problem. I'm off the drink now, so can't exactly have it anymore now, so it's a bit of a shame. But you're right. No, the pizza trophy is the big cup as well. That's the thing. So, pizza trophy is the big one. You know, what have I missed, Jimmy? You've literally just missed us. Literally seconds ago, missed us win a trophy. We've just won the. The County Antrim Shield final. So well happy with that one. And then later on we've got the Bet McLean Cup final as well. So we might, theoretically, we could still get around to that one. So there you go. Let's see if we get it done. Middlesbrough made an offer for Steen Power. He's going nowhere. Nowhere. Not happening. Can't lose another player. With not a lot of time left in the transfer window. Ruben and the pizza trophy. Memories. Yeah, exactly. Well, less negativity. What, getting the pizza trophy? Yeah. We'll get there. Don't worry. We've got loads of stuff. Sorry. In terms of the of getting there tonight with the stream. Yes, of course. There's that as well. I think I was just looking at the time. I was like, 10 to 11? Yeah, we should be fine. We'll try and get it done as quick as we can because we want to try and get the second trophy done tonight. In years to come, people will ask, where were you when Jameson won the pizza trophy? The first time, the second time, or the third time? That's the question, though, isn't it? Because the pizza trophy became synonymous with TJFM. It became our cup. Owen Toll's in. So there's a centre half. So we've replaced O'Brien. So that's good. And they're happy. They're happy enough he's there. Are you ready for your slice of history? I mean, the Odd Cup was amazing, wasn't it? The Norwegian Cup was just all the drama. That was everything. That literally, I think we all went through something that night, didn't we? Fucking every single one of us must have aged about like 16 years in those penalty shootouts. They just went on forever. Cancella's got fractured ribs. Only 2 cups. I mean, hey, 2 cups, one man. Seen it on the internet, Rich. It's very, very successful, I think. Heart in mouth that night. It really was, wasn't it? Because again, it meant something, didn't it? And this is where we're at with our trophies. We've got trophies that mean something. We're not just relying on like, oh yeah, you know, wouldn't it be good if we just sort of like turned up, won all of our matches, and that was it. Like, it's just a bit. Nah. Whereas, at least now we've built up to something. And you're right, Gib, that first Posh survival was unreal. Stupid that. And like, we still remember it. It was the first proper big raid we had as a stream. Work the Space comes in, what, with a couple of hundred maybe more, I don't know. But I remember it with 5 games to go. And it was just like we all had like transistor radios on essentially. Was it more than a couple of hundred? Wow. Okay. It might have been. But you know, when you're sort of like going, I don't remember how much it was, but I remember it being stupid. Especially for the size of streamer that we were at the time. And it was just so much fun. Like everybody like getting on board with it. Like, yeah, that's those sorts of moments. That's what you want as a streamer, as a creator, to say, look, we created that moment collectively, that we all had it. You know, over 500. Shit, was it really? Wow. Okay. I've just managed to sort of like, yeah, it was a huge rate. It was huge. Okay, yeah, if it was 500, then wow. Okay, that's pretty sizable. I think even now we'd be a bit like, oh, okay, 500 is pretty good. Yeah, that was insane. It was the fact that everybody stayed and everybody got behind it and everyone was just sort of like, this is cool. And also the fact my internet was shit as well at that point. So my internet wasn't particularly good. The stream quality wasn't brilliant. I was learning how to stream at that point as well. So even as a person and as a presenter, I was clearly nowhere near what I am now. But we just all got the vibe. We all got the vibes, and it was the right moment, the right night, and we all went for it. And so much fun. Like, massive amount of respect for Work the Space for taking a chance on me at that point as well, because that could have been like we know we've done this before ourselves, like sort of looking at when we raid out. Like, if we've got like a big number, there's always moments when, like, you sort of think, like, if you raid someone who's brand new, like, are they set up? Have they got the setup to cope with, like, you know, some decent numbers when you turn up there? What are these people like when there's that many people in the room? Are they going to be okay? Are they going to sort of panic a little bit? You don't know. You just don't know. And, you know, Jack would never have known how I was going to deal with that. And his chat were never going to know what the stream quality was like. As you say, George, yeah, some people thrive, some people sink. For me, obviously my background is performance. For me, I love that sort of stuff. And also, you can't tell. You can't see how many people there are. It's just a number on a screen. So for me, it doesn't really affect me so much. But some people, understandably would be like, oh God, no, that's me done. Like, yeah, I can't do that. Yeah, we ran with it. And yeah, that was excellent. That was so much fun. That was probably the most fun. And I think the second most fun was the Aberdeen resigning or not resigning stream. I think they're probably my two absolute highlights from FM23. You know, they were the best moments. Fabrice Roger doesn't have any caps, so he's probably gonna struggle. Not managing Scotland. Yeah. There is that. If I was going to manage in Scotland, I probably would have been sacked. And if I was going to get sacked, I'd have got sacked at maybe someone like, I don't know, like an Aberdeen or something. That would have been fun. Kinsella's out for 5 weeks. Here's where we're starting to, like, hit a bit of an issue now, isn't it? Injuries to key players, suspensions, players being taken back from their parent clubs. Now we've got money, right? We've got money. So, do we just try and buy players at this point? Nobody remembers me managing in Scotland. Did we not do it? Was it not one of the monthly challenges or something? Getting the injuries of teams riddled since the start of playing tonight. I think there might have been an SI patch. I think so, Llama. I think they've been keeping our eyes on us. They've seen that we're doing well, and then they're all sort of like, let's knock Jameson down a peg or two. Get that cash out. Everyone's got a price. This guy looks like he might have a price already, surely. First touch, passing, technique, work rate, leadership, flair. What's this lad? Shane Dunn, where have you come from? Listed for loan as well. Oh, yeah. Let's get him in. Everyone's got kneecapped after the final. Yeah, exactly. It's can't recommend anybody. Literally not recommending a single person. What's the point of having... Oh, there you go. Kyle Rochford from Brentford. Excellent. Aberdeen 92-93. That was fun. That was a lot of fun, actually. I had Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank banging the goals in all over the place. That was a lot of fun. Kieran O'Connor. He could be handy. Not really wanting to let him go, though. Vernon Kimberley, good first touch, great off the balls. Good vision. 6'2", wanted by Swansea. Not going to let him go either, are they? Okay, well let's hang fire for another couple of seconds. We'll have a little look and we'll see what's what. But yeah, 800 grand, that could be enough to get us some players towards the end of the transfer window that should theoretically help see us through. Right, so McKinney's not going to come in. Can we buy him? No. No one's expecting to leave. Okay, good. Good for you. Sure you're delighted and looking forward to leave. We'd all like you to leave, but it's just not happening at the minute. So can Duffy sit there? Not really. Paul Neal's got good finishing, so we need to really be using him up front. McGuckin comes deep to collect the ball, knocks it past, like the ball into feet. Can you play DLP? You're not the player either, are you? Right, here's my thinking. You're going to go in there. You're going to become. You can stay as the DLP. So you're new, you go there. Cooper's back as well. Excellent. That's pretty handy. Well, it is handy in the sense that we've now got a load of midfielders fit. Evans could do with a rest, actually. So that is well timed. Steam Power needs a rest, but we haven't got a good enough centre back. We're going to partner with Toll. Evening Lioness, hello, how are you? What sad news have we heard? Harry Wilson's just left the club, has he? What's the sad news? Noel Beacon could come in, that's interesting. Considering loading up Twitter to see what sad news may I not have heard. Linfield are trending, so that's worrying. It's clearly nothing. I don't think it's anything to do with us, to be honest. Yeah. We heard that Gareth Bale's retired. That's a shame. It's a shame. He's a great player. Tattooed Viking, welcome in. Appreciate the raid, buddy. Very kind indeed. Yeah, he's a top quality player. Was Bale, but at the end of the day, hopefully he's not off to join the Dubai Classic, as we say. So, yeah, stream's good. Thank you, Tattooed Viking. Stream's good. We've just won a trophy. Literally, you've just missed us about maybe 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, or something. So yeah, very excited about that. We've got ourselves another trophy down, so that's 4 now out of the 34 we need to win. So getting there slowly. How about yourself, buddy? How was your stream? Bale was a huge big game player. He was. I mean, look, he scored some incredible goals. Like the goal he scored for Tottenham against Inter. The one for Real Madrid against Barcelona, where he comes off the pitch and back on. I mean, God, I think that's huge. But injuries obviously took its toll as well. But I think he was badly treated by the Spanish media, possibly. But then again, he maybe didn't help himself a little bit as well. But I think, had he played for my club, I'd have loved him. And he's won 5 Champions Leagues, yeah. So he's done all right, really, hasn't he? Like, he's not done too badly when you look at it that way. Won the Johan Cruyff Cup, but then played PSV 1-1 and lost 2-1 at Feyenoord. Then one of the person who balanced this silly little football career around being a pro golfer. I mean, pro golfer. I'm not sure about pro golfer, but definitely, I think most of them would have fancied being a golfer. But it's I mean, look, I'm not taking anything away from him. I think he's a great player, as I say. But it's just you know, fair play to him at the end of the day. You know, he's done whatever he's done. He's gone and he's had his career. So yeah, if he's looking to do his retirement now, then you know, he deserves it. Best of luck to him. Champions League draw: Liverpool, Napoli, and Sturm Graz. You've got that one. You've got that one in the bag. No problem at all. Bale shits on Maradona, Messi, Neymar, Ronaldo, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the Rats in Paris. I mean, I think that's a bit OTT. I think I like Bale, but he's no Messi. He's no Maradona. And by Ronaldo, I presume you mean R9 Ronaldo. He's certainly not. Young Sheffield Wednesday, 6'5", worth of Sheffield Wednesday player, 13 million quid. Yeah, we're not getting him. We're not getting him. Ryan Richardson, Rui McColville, Jamie Clark's probably not coming. I mean, Bale's got the chance of being the best Welsh player ever, and even then, I think it's a chance that he's got the best Welsh player ever. Let Noel B come in, extra body if nothing else, isn't he? See if we can get Try Hume in again, former Sunderland. Might be able to do it. It's a most likely. I'm still not 100% convinced it's a definite though. Chevron James is in. This is what we're talking about. This is the guy we wanted, isn't it? Look at Chevron. Look at those physicals and mentals. Like, he's 20. Once he works out how to play football, this guy's away, right? This guy, I think we've already got too many players in on loan from foreign clubs at this point, but right, so Chevron James is in time for his potential debut. He can be on the bench for now. Yeah, I mean, I'm no Liverpool fan, but even I know Ian Rush isn't overrated. I mean, to be fair, maybe he tarnished his reputation by going to Newcastle when he did, but Ian Rush was decent enough, wasn't he? Like, pretty handy. Mark Hughes as well, you got to think as well for a Welsh player. Mark Hughes, John Toshak in there as well, and who else? There's another guy, isn't it, at the top of the Welsh street. I can't remember off the top of my head, but there's definitely someone they hold in incredibly high esteem. Doesn't everyone tarnish their reputation with Newcastle? They do, and this was back in the old days as well, when they weren't ran by a bunch of murderers. So this was old school Newcastle. Oh, these days, 100%. So, Rush Barnes conspire, yeah. playing for Liverpool isn't an achievement. Playing for Newcastle, Leeds and Chester is respectable, though. I don't know about that. I mean, look, Brush played for Liverpool when it was... Granted, they weren't at their best. But he also played at Newcastle and Leeds and Chester when they weren't necessarily any good. John Charles, that's the guy. That's the guy. Vastly before our time, exactly. But up there as one of the players, isn't he? Spoken about in incredibly high regard. As I say, I can't say I've seen him. Can't say I've ever seen videos of him. So, but he's always in the conversation, isn't it? So, us versus Larne. Larne are currently sat third, we're currently sat first. George Best, the best British player of all time. It's difficult to make a case against, isn't it? He did have everything. Kennedy with giving away a stupid foul there. Stupid foul. Oof. The people that come in very close to British players, Charles Gaza, Speed. Gary Speed. Gary Speed, there you go, there's another Welsh legend. You know? Chris Coleman. Gordon Strachan, if you're going to talk British players that are up there. Ray Wilkins, I tell you what as well, contentious one. Glenn Hoddle was a hell of a player. Do you know what I mean? He was an absolute hell of a player. Granted, the whole thing about, when he obviously went off the into management and went a bit, saying what he's saying on a football pitch, he was incredible. I see. I'm not 100% sold on Bobby Moore. I don't know whether Bobby Moore gets the whole thing about the fact that he won the World Cup, and that's why everyone thinks Bobby Moore's the greatest defender of all time. Chris Waddle at Marseille, yes, 100%. Like, there's like Mark Haitley, do you know what I mean? Like, look at these players that were playing out in different parts of the world, like, there's players that were playing in Italy, like, just at the top of the game. Ray Wilkins. Oh, how about Bailey Cadamartri? Put him in the conversation. You could even put John Robertson from Nottingham Forest in there. There's an important player who scored very, very important goals, worked really, really hard. Dave Mackay, Alex McLeish. You could even make a case. I'm not saying that you're going to make a case for best player, but Paul Lambert played at Borussia Dortmund. They fucking loved him. They loved him. He's got a European Cup winners medal. Stanley Matthews, yeah, like games that are like sort of the game's different, of course, to what we see now, but yeah. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you the answer right now. Greatest English footballer, Kevin Phillips. Deal with it, suck it. Right? That's the answer right there. Or possibly even Brian Clough. Ali McCoy's goal scoring record is ridiculous. Tall lady with a goal. McComish. Great ball at the top. Oh, what a touch that is. Oh, Mark Kerr. Now we're talking, Dan. Now we're talking. Yeah, Dortmund supporters have tears in their eyes when you mention Lambert, and not like as in how Aston Villa fans have tears in their eyes about Paul Lambert. They genuinely loved him. They're like, he was pivotal to that team's success. There's apparently, hasn't he got like, I'm sure it might be wrong now, but I'm sure there was a thing where if he wanted to go into coaching, he was given a sort of like, just give us a call and we'll sort you out, sort of thing. I think as well, it's always like sort of like there's a bit of sort of rose tinted glasses as well with England, that they're always going to be considering putting the 66 World Cup team in for the greatest players. I'm not entirely sure that's true. I heard Brian Robson was pretty decent too. Never saw him play. Brian Robson was excellent. I remember swell with Brian Robson actually back in the day. So classic Alex James story. Son came home from school asking why he never scores anymore after getting 2 goals in a school game. James gets a hat trick in his next match. Nice. Also as well, Dennis Irwin was incredible. Like, well, let's just put that out there. There's another player who doesn't get enough respect on his name, I don't think. And Paul McGrath for Republic of Ireland. What a player that man was. Never trained, didn't have any knees, you know. Oh, Kennedy, we're trying to buy him. He scores again. Scores again. I know, George. I just got myself carried away. Right, I'll tell you what. Let's do that. Right. Got a couple of changes we need to make here. It's a different player in it. Right, hang on. Let's think. Henderson for boys. James for want. Palmer can go right back. And Beacon can come on for Duffy. Let's try that. Was Gaza as good as people said? Yeah, Gaza was great. Gaza was really, really good. That's the problem. He was excellent. And before he went to be a fucking space cadet, Matt Letitia was incredible as well. But then again, he's fucking tin hats and that, isn't he? But Merson as well. Tony Adams, brilliant. But yeah, Gascoigne was superb. Absolutely superb. Yeah, for a man who doesn't head the ball, Letitia is definitely a fucking mad head, isn't he? The fact that Letitia did everything he did, with all due respect, whilst staying at Southampton and never changed and never moving off, that's incredibly impressive. You know, and didn't let anything sort of off the pitch really interfere with it. He had a chance to turn moves down. Like Liverpool and Tottenham, I think, were trying to get him quite a bit. But yeah, I was sort of going, nah, I'm fine. I'm sorted, you know. And all of a sudden it turns out that he's like, turns out that, like, no, Matt, no, we don't say those sorts of things around here. Not saying Wright was the greatest, but great player for Arsenal. But look, Ian Wright was incredible. He late starter in the game. Did well at Palace. Went on and broke the club's all-time goal scoring record at Arsenal. Not a mean feat to do, because again, a record that stood for many, many years, and then had to be beaten by, again, arguably one of the greatest forwards of all time. Didn't get capped by England, of course, as much as he probably deserved to, which, you know, is I'm sure there's many reasons for that. Shearer, you know, again, not a Newcastle fan, but you got to, again, look at the amount of goals he scored in a shit Newcastle team as well. It wasn't like he was in a Newcastle team that was challenging for honours every single year. This was a Newcastle team that was finishing mid-table quite a lot, and he still scored all those goals. And again, a dreadful result again. Fernandinho, Walker, Moore, Charlton, Terry Butcher. Yeah, Terry Butcher, Sunderland's Terry Butcher. Slipped. Cliftonville have taken over the lead. Gegenpressing was nerfed. I think what's happened. Yes, in a sense. Also, we're playing with the same 11 players constantly, so we're not quite as effective as we were. I think our tempo needs to be changed down a little bit. And I think we have to just do a little bit of tweaking on it, because I don't think step up more's the right decision either. See, because obviously, look, our players are done in, absolutely. Des Walker was brilliant. Des Walker was great. Tony Klopp, yeah, just run my players into the early graves and then shout that I haven't got enough money. I have killed all these players. Why can't I just buy the league? Yeah, Des Walker went and played in Italy. You know, at the time when, you know, playing in Italy was the thing. You know, you'll never beat Des Walker. That was the chant. How much do they want? How much is Kennedy? Because he just scores against us all the time. Walker wasn't a great defender. He was quick, and that disguised a lot of issues. And there's a take. That's what I'm interested in. Tiramisu's nice, by the way, if anyone's interested. I've not got too much of it left. It is definitely getting finished. And because I've faffed, we're not going to get to the second cup final tonight. Oh, McGrath was incredible. Like, for a player who never trained, didn't have any knees, and by all accounts just went to Villa just for the money, just to like sort of see how his career, and then just went, actually I can play for like a few more years here. Top work. And yeah, exceptional. And also, like, you know, is ready to fight Conor McGregor at any chance. How Sullivan, 500 grand, better than Mikason. I mean, hey, if that's the deal that gets the title done, that could well be the one. £1,500 or Sullivan. Tell you what. So I'm going to withdraw the offer for Kennedy. 10 goals, 10 assists. Four goals. What do you think? £70 grand on Kennedy. or 500 grand on O'Sullivan. Acceleration 18, pace 15, crossing 14, dribbling 12. I think it's this guy, innit? I think it's this guy. I think the issue now is the fact we can't actually pay the wages right now. Yeah, he is. He's crazy. So I have to go back and rebalance the books now. Great. See if we can get him in. Middlesbrough wants steam power. Money's not enough. He's not going anywhere. So we're 1 point behind Cliftonville. We've got 2 games in hand. That's what we're going to try and reset that. I mean, look, he's got to try and... Great. Now our second best centre half wants to leave. Our best centre half's already left, so now our new best centre half wants to go. So tactically then, do we take off Gegenpress? Take that off. Let's just sort of make the players play how you'd expect them to play. Dial that back a smidge. That could work a bit, couldn't it? Chevron James comes in there for Cammy Palmer. Noel Beacom is new. Shane Dunn's new. We could put him in for McCormish. Although McCormish has trained really well, let's put him for Cooper out there. Cooper on the bench. Scannell replaced by Mikason. No, keep Mikason on there. 18 assists this season. Fucking hell. Loving the mid block. Not saying downside. Striker skill, so 45 goals. Nice. Yeah, we normally play low block. Unsurprising, I'm sure you're sitting there going, oh god, I bet Tony plays really attacking football. Not really, Gib. No. Normally I play 4-4-2 low block. As you can expect. We've just mixed it up, really. It's come to Linfield. We're a bit more attacking. A lot more attacking than what we used to, actually. 20 plays preset Gegging and manages the league teams. I really do. I'm that guy. I'm like, hey, who shall I buy for? Can someone recommend me a player for Real Madrid, please? I've got £400 million. I've currently got Edric and every other player. Imports Wunderkid shortlist. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh no, these guys are all just a little bit too old. They're all like 16. I need them to be 15. Otherwise, my under 16s teams aren't going to win all the titles as well. God, imagine. I know we say play the game however you want, but God, imagine playing the game like that though, man. Like, some people get joy from it, but I couldn't. I guess because I don't get joy from watching that sort of football. I couldn't get joy from managing it. You've gone from tier 10 to League 2 in 6 seasons. Is that even mathematically possible, Gib? That sounds far too quick. And I guess I guess to be fair, with the tier 10s, have you also loaded all the players in as well? Like, 'cause sometimes it's like, I found with when I did tier 10 a few years ago, tier 10, 9 and 8 were just silly. Like you just won them because, you know, if you signed a non-contract player or something, it was just they were instantly better than anybody else. Because obviously the database isn't full for players. How's Duffy missed that? Getting a lot of enjoyment from playing the Sheffield Wednesday challenge with restricted transfers. There you go, Barton, that's what we're talking about. Again, I was loving that. I went 20 games unbeaten, and then all of a sudden, my players just stopped performing. Lost like 4 games out of 5, and I slipped down to 5th, I think, in the league now. So that's coming into the Christmas window. I'm going to start looking at trying to get some signings in, but again, with restrictions, makes it a bit trickier. Got a couple of players I like the look of, but whether or not we go in for them or not, I'm not sure. We shall see. Cliftonville still 0-0 with Warren Point. We're still 0-0 with Glenthoran. Seeing the ball though, that's the important thing for now. Done. Gives the ball away though. Counter-attacks on. Parley really wants to give the Wednesday challenge a go. We're hooked on the British Steel. Yeah, and this is the thing, like it's just that whole sort of like, there's I guess once you get into British Steel, there's so much to do on it that you can't really take your eyes off it, can you? That's the thing. Panorama North were predicted down 1 promotion, League 2, wage budget. But yeah, so I mean, like this thing though, from going from 10 to step 5, step 4. Can you do that in 60? That's literally back-to-back promotions all the way through again. So you were promoted every single season. Unbelievable. Found a lot of players missing from RDF shortlist. Oh yeah. You need a little bit of geographical knowledge as well. He's from down south, you don't know all these up north places. Also, as well, if you have a look at it, Kingston, it's Kingston upon Thames, not Kingston upon Humber. So be careful with that one. Mikas and Callum Archery. Yeah, see at that point I'd be sat there going, give like, I'm like, yeah, I'd be out of it. I'd be like, nah, this doesn't make any sense. And that's the problem with the tier 10 database is it's amazing work, but it just doesn't quite work for what it's meant to do. You know, there's no sort of challenge to it really. Oh, Mikason lets it drop. Oh, penalty surely. Come on. How's that? How's that not a penalty? Unbelievable. Great ball by Shevon James. Ball's back in. Cadam Archery. There we go. And then there's a bug. Yeah. See, so there you go. Weber. If you search Hull, it brings up Solihull. Ah, okay. Yeah, I've got my filter set, so I've only brought in 2 players. I've got 1 player I'm looking at on loan in January, but I might end up having to look for a second player on loan in January. So we shall, we'll see. I'm enjoying it though. As you all know, I don't like playing with clubs where there's pressure, and obviously you're expected to do well with Wednesday. Oh, Corbish gets his first goal for the club. Beautiful cutback, wasn't it? Duffy gets his head up. Pull back, McComish. Boom! Smashes it straight in. Sign 6 or 7. I think I'll be lucky if I sign 5 overall. I've signed 2. I've physically bought 2 players. Yeah, I think I might just do a couple of loans in January. Great save. So we shall see. Still enjoying doing the finances too much. It's fun. Yeah. Hello, Northern Pilgrim. Welcome in, sir. Hope you're well. Hope life's treating you good. How was your stream, buddy? Nice ball over the top. Got me kissing out of it. It's a great tackle. Oh, we've kept it in. Duffy. Still on the ball. Corner kick. Hello, French Bertie. How are you, fella? Welcome in. Hope life's treating you good. Got the trolls again, Pilgrim. Mate, how do you attract them? How do you attract them? Sorry to hear that, buddy. I've just seen. I've just decided to get rid. So all good. Thank you, Bertie. Very good indeed. We've won a cup tonight, so we're very happy with that. I'm just sort of like edging on towards the close of the transfer window. We've got one more cup coming up, but we're going to be struggling to get that done tonight, I think, looking at the time now. Even Chris G, how are you, buddy? Playoffs was good last night. Very, very good indeed. If you haven't seen it, go back and check out the FM Playoffs channel, because it was very entertaining. Very, 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 very entertaining. 5 hours worth of stuff, man. So put some time aside, and just get rid of that. I think they've all followed you in. Pilgrim. Everyone seems to come across with you. It's a bit of a shame, isn't it? If there's knobheads coming, we'll just get rid of knobheads. There you go. Out you go. Linfield's good. Linfield's very good indeed. We're doing all right. We're having a lot of fun here. Let's see. We're just about to close the transfer window now, and then it's like at that point we'll decide whether or not we hang up tonight and come back on Wednesday, because this is obviously where we're at with that's only 3 games in it. We're gonna have to do it tonight, aren't we? We're gonna have to do it tonight. We're gonna have to, because who else have we got to play? It's Glenthoran again. Of course it is. Get the tiramisu down and push on. Exactly. Yeah, and not sleep till Friday. Oh, Bertie, I love it, man. Seriously, it's like, it's so much fun. It's just the most mental save we're trying to do. It's just stupid. We've won 4 trophies out of 34, so it is going slowly, very slowly. But you know, we'll see how we get on. Evening, Josh. How are you, buddy? Definitely might try it on FM24. Better than a Pentagon. It is better than a Pentagon. Ooh, can we maybe get this guy on? If he can come to us rather than Motherwell, that'll be a signing. Yes, let's do that. Josh Healy, appreciate the follow. Thank you for that. All good indeed. All good. One trophy down. Still waiting for another couple of trophies to lock in. Hopefully, get another one this evening. An offer for Kyle Hudlin. I don't think now's the time to get rid of Kyle Hudlin. We might need him. Do the Iberian Iron Man, win all the comps in Gibraltar, Spain and Portugal. Yeah, that sounds pretty tricky as well, doesn't it? That sounds hard. To be fair, I think having looked at this, like 6 seasons in now, 4 trophies isn't too bad really, given where we started and obviously what we've had to try and build up to. Oh, he's got the Motherwell. Never mind. I guess that was kind of obvious, wasn't it? Motherwell are higher up than Linfield in the grand scheme of things. Now, are we going to be able to try and get that lad back in from Larn? I think it's going to be tight. In fact, by saying I think it's going to be tight, basically means I don't think we are going to be able to get him. To ex-Yugoslavia, yeah. I mean, all the old Eastern Bloc style challenges, there's loads of them, isn't there? Which could be great fun. Let's go back in for the same fee. 500 grand. I think we're overpaying. Now, if we can afford it, if he'll start talking to us, have we still got that money? Might be able to get it. Now, is this the signing? Is this the signing that gets us over the line? Pat O'Sullivan, 500 grand. Here comes the money. Oh, speaking of the money. It's my guy. RDF Tactics. I'm busy choking and coughing away as we go. How are you, buddy? How is everyone from RDF Stream? Welcome in. You have joined at a very, very good time. Okay, so basically what we've got, right? This is the British Steel Challenge. Basically the plan is we're trying to win everything in England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. Okay, that's 34 trophies. Includes the leagues, includes the cups. There's my boy RDF with the injections, giving it the big one. Look at this guy, Aaron. What do you reckon? 500 grand's worth of Northern Irish winger. Hopefully to get us over the line just for the last few games of the season. We bought him at the midpoint of the season, January transfer window from Larn. Now, if you look at where we are, and look at where Larn are, very, very, very deliberate ploy to try and stop them from challenging us for the title. So we brought him in there to figure we can try and get that sorted out. Bailey Kadamari, by the way. Bailey Kadamari. Right, I've got a lot of love for this boy. If you're doing the Football Manager Show challenge at Sheffield Wednesday, Bailey Kadamari has 33 goals in 32 games for us in Northern Ireland. So he's maybe one to watch out for. Definitely get him in. So this is what we are in terms of tactic. We've gone horrible. We've gone 4-4-2 gegenpress, and I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Bula, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. E2NC 4NC1, welcome in as well. Appreciate the follow. Very kind. We have tonight. We were going to start to consider logging off, but we worked out. We've got one league game, then we've got a cup game, and then we've got a second cup final. So we might as well stay on for just a little bit longer. So you've joined at a great time. Let's get this one done, right? Let's get it all sorted out. What's happening in your world, Aaron? What was your stream tonight? How did you get on? And where are you managing now? Because presumably it's another new save, right? I'm guessing. Must be. Pat O'Sullivan and bring in for Meekerson, because Meekerson's not been doing a bad job. 18 assists this season is not bad. But I think O'Sullivan's going to come in and just change things up a little bit more, I think, to be honest. See how he can get on. Plus, it also takes a bit of the pressure off Meekerson as well. Cormish had a good debut. Got himself a goal there, but maybe we need to consider bringing back Evans, who's on the bench as well. So octaning with the follow as well. Very, very kind. Thank you for that. Steam Power needs a rest, but we don't got no centre-backs. So yeah, we're kind of a bit up against it as well, to be honest, trying to get some extra players brought in. Our best centre-back's gone on loan, and we've actually just missed out on the transfer window. So all done and dusted. This is us. This is how we're going to be now, right? It's us until the end of the season. So here we go. Also as well, have a look at this guy. Right? Brought him in on loan. A guy called Chevron James. Again, another new gen. Look at his physicals and mentals. Okay. Once he learns how to play football, this guy's going to be incredible. Yeah? Because for 20 years old, this is all kinds of good. This, he don't know. Right? He just don't know. And they're like, can you kick a ball? He's like, I don't know. Like, can you bench press 150 kilos? Yeah. Can you take a free kick? Don't know. But I'm good in the team. Okay, excellent. Can you cross a ball? Never tried. How fast are you? Really, really fast. Okay, good. Put you in as an athlete then, shall we? So, Ain't No John, welcome in. Appreciate the follow as well. Very kind, buddy. So yeah, so we're all kind of a bit all over the place right now with sort of who we're going to be and who's going to go where. So, yeah, interesting, right? I also want to as well consider mixing my two sort of midfielders up as well, because they're currently DLP and ball winners, but I sort of want them to be something a little bit different. But I'm in this moment now where I'm like, are we too far into the season to consider changing? And we are literally just being quite click happy and trying to get through at the end of the season, to be honest, to get this one done, and then we can start to move off to the next country, which I think is probably going to be Scotland. Although reputationally we should probably move to England. I don't really want to move back to England. So board are reasonably happy, given the fact that we've won a trophy already and we are still in with a shout of winning the league and we're in another final and we're still in the other cup. So I can understand why they're fine with our performance so far. No. Is it every possible trophy or top flight? It's every possible trophy. So I'll show you what we've got so far. So this is what it looks like, right? So yeah, so that's it right there. Okay, so that's everything we can possibly win. The trophies that are in red, that's what we've won. The trophies that are in orange is what we're still competing for this season. Trophies in yellow, that's what still lies ahead. So it's quite a bit, right? Still quite a bit to do. We're in season 6. That's all been in Northern Ireland. You're meant to start the save unemployed, 0 experience, 0 badges. Try and get a club and then see where you go from there. So we got Banbridge Town first of all. Great, loved it. Really, really enjoyed Banbridge Town. We had the players from the club in the stream. We've had players following us on Twitter and stuff. It's been great. Really good, chatting away, having a great time. We somehow fluked ourselves up to Portadown, and then we really fluked ourselves to Dungannon, which was absolute madness, because Dungannon had beaten us at Portadown 4-0 or 5-0, might have even been 5-0 in the semi-finals of the cup, and the thing is, the save is all about winning cups. So Dungannon was sat bottom of the Premiership, Portadown in the Championship. Dungannon hadn't won a game all season in the league, had beaten us in the cup, and I was like, we should put in for this job, right? Because technically, if we get it, we're straight in at a cup final. What could possibly go wrong, right? So we did that. We got the job, So we started trying to like sort of keep ourselves away from the bottom of the league. Hang on 2 seconds. Considering sneezing here. We sort of battled relegation, won the trophy, won the cup. Really struggled at the club. Excuse me. Looked like we weren't going to stay up, so we thought, you know what, let's just resign because we don't really have to stay with the club per se. And in the summer, got offered the Linfield job, who was second in the league, the most successful club in Northern Ireland. And we were like, how have we done that? Like, it's just like, we don't understand how we've fallen upwards so many times. So, and here we are now, of course, I say now, trying to get titles with Linfield. We're getting there slowly. Isabel, hello, I'm Isabel, burgeoning FM player, time waster, should be much better than I am based on how much time and mental capacity I've thrown at the game. Love the pod loads. Thank you very much for that. Excited for the Welsh competitions as a Welsh lass. Super happy you'll find our stream. Looking forward to spending more time here. Isabel, appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for the follow, of course, as well. And yes, we will be in Wales very, very soon. And that's going to be brutal. It's going to be brutal because lower league Wales, as you know, Cymru North, Cymru South, there's only one promotion spot. There's not much money in those divisions. But yeah, we will be hitting Wales very soon. We've got a couple of Welsh lads in the squad as well, so keep your eyes out for them. I'll show you a guy called we've got Boys actually who's on the ball now. He's Welsh, and then we've also got a guy called Evans who's excellent for this level. So again, we'll show you this. Can we have a fight between Alice and Isabel's for the pride of Wales? We could do actually. We could do. It is going to be tough. It is going to be tough. You were in Alice's stream earlier. In my favour, you can speak Welsh. I think she's a fraud. She's an absolute fraud, is Alice then? Oh, cannon archery, should have finished it. Yeah, no, we love Alice. We love Alice. She's amazing. But yes, you're very welcome indeed, Isabel. And let's say, glad you enjoyed the pod as well. If you haven't followed the pod, then of course this is the link right here. Presumably you've come from Aaron's stream. If you have, so you're probably already aware there is a podcast. Also as well, we've got a Discord as well, so come and join the Discord. Hang out there as well. There's O'Sullivan on his debut. That's what we want. That's hopefully the him starting to just pay back some of that massive transfer fee. £500 million. Is a raided Linfield at Gloucester City and now have a left wing carrying at the Premiership. Oh, excellent. That's what we're talking about. Who did you get? 2-0 puts us back 3 points clear of Cliftonville with 2 games still in hand as well. So that's hopefully gonna start keeping us a bit of momentum, a bit of positivity. Again, we've got a cup final on the horizon though, so again, we don't want these players to sort of burn out, so we have to keep our wits about ourselves. Oh, there's Chevron, nearly dinked it through. Good challenge by Want. Tall new gen bloke called Cole McGoldrick, 18th of pace, 6'2". Oh, not like Sullivan scored again. Yeah, Alice is the Lampwood major streamer. She is indeed. She's amazing. So, and of course, she does the 433 comic as well on Twitter, which you definitely need to get a look at. How has Power not scored there? So we've had a couple of moments where we should really have scored. It's been harder to miss. O'Sullivan, get your head up. Oh, just get your head up and just roll it back in. O'Sullivan's starting to look like a good signing already, isn't he? Like he's definitely turning it on. Oof. Johnny Kerno from Ballymena, have they given you much bother? Yes, they have. They have given me bother. They have. Bloody Parkhouse, I should say, sorry. we should have been beating them quite a bit. We've beaten Ballymena before a couple of times, but Parkhouse loves to score against us. So it's nice to have you in the stream though, by the way. It's always nice to sort of get people from the area that we're managing in, so it's good to have you in. 442 long ball football, yeah, that's the one. Bertie, pleasure to have you in, buddy. Pleasure to have you in. Like I say, I'll hit you back up with some bits and pieces that we talked about earlier, so it's nice to have you in. Like I say, we'll catch you up soon. Sleep well, pal. Yeah, you'll need to jump on Bertie's stream as well at some point if you can do. It's different, very different. Let's put Henderson in actually. Right, so they have 3 changes. Glenthoran have got 5 games in hand over us. What? Oh, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Wait for this. Shit, they have as well. So what's that? 15 points. That would take them to 51, 61. So we're still a point ahead, and we would have 2 games in hand over Linfield still, over Cliftonville still. It's gonna be too tight, isn't it? That's a good header. That puts more pressure. This is gonna go at the wire, innit? Here we are thinking, oh, this is gonna be great, you know, it's gonna be nice and easy, but no, it's not. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I mean, look at that. Look at our XG all the way over here, and there's just like, yeah, maybe we will have a goal. Evans, there's the Boyle. Fingers the bells. Just come in, gets himself a goal. Used to live in Coleraine, surprised that high up the table. There's nothing there except a pound down the CX and an age-concerned charity shop. Ted DiBiase gets his checkbook out. Does the top league split? I think it does, yeah. Yeah, I think it does. So we shouldn't have too many games until it does split. I think we've got about another 5 or 6 games, and then there's the split. Had Glenthoran in a European run that happened to be at Portadown because of the Europa Conference Leagues. It's possible. It's possible. Right. I think O'Sullivan's been pretty decent as a sign, hasn't he? Colonel Colerane's got a great new team. Yeah, I'm trying to get caught up a little bit, to be honest, with what's going on there. Triple M, by the way. Appreciate the follow up. I didn't see that beforehand. Thank you for that. Right. So, goal in his debut for O'Sullivan. Excellent. That's what we want. Let's look at this league then. So, Glenavon next. Right. So Glenthoran have got, as you say, 5 games. 5 games on us. They're in the Conference League, yeah. They're literally playing European football all the way. Now they've got a bit of a break. Look at that, they've got fucking 10 days off. I don't know. Yeah, it does split. Yeah, league splits in 2 after 33 games. Okay. So, it's fine. Don't worry, we're alright. Easy Ferrix, welcome in, appreciate the follow. That's very kind, thank you. So get Glenthoran out of the way, then we've got about a week, and then it's Glenthoran. Isn't that how Dungannon escaped without your stewardship? What's that with the 10-day gap? Let's get some more water, sorry about that. Yes, it was. Yeah. Good point. Yeah, the league split was that sort of like, I think I'm gonna leave now. I still don't know how they escaped. Still don't know how they all of a sudden turned that round. It wasn't that bad. Surely they couldn't have hated me that much. They did. They really hated me. What can we expect from this week's pod? Don't know if I'm allowed to give spoilers away just yet, but we are back with what you can possibly expect in the minute, Isabel, is this level of croaky voice, sadly, which is not particularly appealing, but it's sort of where we are at the minute. Hopefully I'll be able to get some hot lemon and water down me before we go. A bit of honey, soothe those vocal cords up, but we'll be alright. It's fun. We've got some guests in. Chef Wednesday updates as well. I can tell you that we'll definitely do that to see where people are at with stuff. But yeah, overall it's gonna be fun. Looking forward to it. Getting back involved. It feels like ages since we last did a show as well. So it's gonna be might take me a few seconds to get into the swing of it, but hopefully we'll be fine. Looking forward to the Wednesday updates. Have you started it yourself, Isabel? Have you started that save, or is it not something you're fancying? Because I understand some people looking at it going, not for me, thank you. No. But of course, it's the sort of stupid shit that I'll take on. Absolutely. What's that? Is that a difficult challenge that I can make harder? Yes, please, give me that, thank you. That should be fun. In a weird way, it is fun. In a weird way. It's running a standard, I thought we seemed quite high there, to be honest. This tune is like properly chilled out, isn't it? Let's see what we get. We need to try and get a bit more boost going on, shall we? So we've got cup final to come. We need to try and get a bit more vibe on the go. Quiet when incredibly lethargic. Evans back inside. James gives it back. Duffy somehow gets the ball away. James again. Here's Duffy. Has a goal from distance. Haven't started yet, says Isabel. I'm really slow. I've been playing one save since Christmas. I haven't hit the January transfer yet. I'll figure out how I get through it faster. I would for sure. Take as long as you need. Take as long as you need. It's dreadful. Can't be letting shots like that in. This is the cup as well, actually. God, right, okay. Alright, so we need this as well. Otherwise, we're only potentially battling for 3 trophies this season. Which I know sounds like a little bit selfish, but like, oh, we're only going for 3 trophies this year. Yeah, but that's why Glenthoran have got the gap, because we knocked Glenthoran out. That's why. O'Sullivan pulls it back. Duffy back in the win. We need 4-4-2. Valente and DM. Calamarchi lows it down. Evans. Not quite pulled back in the right direction. James. O'Sullivan. Want. O'Sullivan whips it in. Calamarchi's got to finish from there, surely. I was offside, but even still. Duffy's coming off. I haven't really got another striker, that's the problem. Put Scannell there. Let's do that. Make him as a pressing forward, actually. Power's knackered. See what we can do, because it's, of course, going back to the save is all about cups. Get knocked out with another one. It's not going to be great for the save. We still have to come back to Northern Ireland at some point anyway, so it's going to be really tough doing it now. Right, let's do this. Right, there we go. See if we can get it working the way that it's been working on another save. Evans with the corner, headed away. Evans pulls it back. Want pulls it back in. Palmer over the top. Evans is going to have to come up as well. He's not really doing it, is he? It's one for Mikason. Calamatri 6.4. It's a poor show from the striker. Balls gets away Mikason. Actually. Rules of the Wednesday challenge written somewhere for reference. I'm excited with the extra layer. Yeah, so in the Discord, Isabel's in the community challenge thread, the rules are all pinned in the Discord. It's fairly straightforward, to be honest. But yeah, everything's there. There's cannon archery. That's what we want. Yeah, we've got the Discord over there as well, so get yourself involved in that. It's a nice place to hang out. It's full of lovely people. Again, there's like tactics corner. There's like sort of areas for your own saves, chat. Space to talk about food. Space to talk about coffee. Other sports. Right, the tiramisu's gone. And Mikason podcast pin is just there. That's the link. You can get it. All your podcast channels. So wherever you get your podcasts, we're there. Henderson punts that ball up to nobody, sadly. 13 minutes left. We're still in with a shout here. But we're just putting the ball into no man's land, really. We don't want to slow the game down or not. Oh, hang on, ball through. James. Scannell nearly gets there. Just slow things down a tiny bit. Henderson. Oh. Someone's reminding me of the manager game. I miss it so much. What game for the 90s? I need to go back and have a look at that, Friendly Ghost, because that does ring bells. That definitely rings bells. Good save from Brajic. Evening, Rade. How are you? Welcome in. You joined at a very good time. We're looking like we're potentially going into extra time. Red. That's red. Yeah, it looks like we're going extra time. I think Scannell's probably going to have to come off. Who do I bring on? Do we bring Kadamari off and just say, right, fine? Take Scannell. Scannell can come back here, can't he? Issue is we haven't got another centre half now, so what do we sacrifice? I feel like we sacrifice Scanner actually. Bring back LMA manager. yeah. That was the one, right? How's the challenge going? The challenge is going pretty good, Rada. We're doing all right. We've won one cup competition tonight. We've got another cup final coming up next. I'm about to check and see what Friendly Ghost whispered with regards to this manager game, because I do remember it, so it's going to be massive childhood memories flashing before my very eyes when I have a little look at that. Grajek collects it somehow. Very blue for tonight. Is this for the dads only stream? Yes, indeed it is, Jebaru. Absolutely. Hope you're well, buddy. Big shout out, of course, for Jebaru, who, if you haven't already been aware, is the host of the Path to the Playoffs, FM Playoffs, and co-host of Football Manager Therapy. So make sure you get a follow on both of those. We're getting close, Jebaru. Potentially getting into a situation where we might be able to win 2 trophies. What if I'm not dad yet? Tacticality, welcome in, pal. How are you? Pleasure to see you here. Hope life's treating you good. I've not seen you for a while. Sorry, briefly, of course, in I think it was Gav's stream earlier. So yeah, hope you're good, buddy. Hope you're good. I think we're going to bring. I'm tempted to. I don't really want to bring Katamari off. That's the problem. I'm worried that we're starting to be just a little bit too tired. We need to save some players for the final the next few days. As well, I've been off Twitch altogether. Oh, okay. Any particular reason, or is it just work-wise, or just like not interested-wise, or just one of those things? It's nice to see you back, though. Obviously, we're down to 10 men as well. I should probably point this out at this point, just in case you've, of course, just joined in and just been like, Tony, you appear not to be beating Glenavon. Yeah, we're not at the minute. Stupidly decided to get a man sent off. I figured that was a great idea. Here comes Mikason down the wing. He's going to look up for Bailey Kadamatri in the middle. Oh, no, Sullivan has a decent effort. Still got busy a little vacation. Nice. Very nice. That's what you want. Exactly what we want. I think as well, actually, if we play for set pieces, that might help us a little bit. Literally just trying to just grind this game out at this point now. Don't really want to go for penalties, but we might not have much choice. How's the save? I still find the save idea really brave. It's really brave and it's really stupid is what it is. But you know what? It's going well. We're enjoying it. Who's the other 18 people on Facebook? I've got no idea, Jebaru. You know what? I've not even checked. Like, I'm surprised that anybody's even bothered, because we don't bother. So I don't really understand. Oh god, here we go. Right. Penalties, everyone. What can possibly go wrong here? Who is our sausages? We've just signed a guy called O'Sullivan, and Mikason's got 18 assists. He can't take a penalty though. Bailey Kadamatri scored 33 goals. Right, I think we can potentially count the Northern Irish Cup out at this point. Great finish from Dunn. Put his foot throughout, didn't he? Time for the keeper to come up big here. Yes. Massive save. Here's the new boy, O'Sullivan. £500,000 transfer. Into the bottom corner. Cool as you like. Put a bit of pressure on Armstrong now, shall we? Oh. Here's Want. He's a right back. Surely they can't miss 3 in a row. Surely they can't miss 3 in a row. He wants it. Let's see them, Bernie. What you got? Okay, he scored that one. Does this one come down to Kadamari now? It's boys. It's Bernie, bitch. Very tense, Isabel. Welsh boys is going to do it, right? No, he's not. Oh, straight to the keeper. Bannon. What a finish that was. I think... Here comes Chevron James. He's got all the attributes. If you don't count technicals. Oh, he's missed it. Oh. Bugger. Oh dear. Oof. I mean, that's okay. That's okay. It's, look, in a sense, it's fine, right? Thank you, Jeveru. Very, very kind of you. Look, in a sense, it's fine because our next match, it would have been nice to have won because our next match is another final. So let's hopefully rest everyone up, and then we should be. If we can get that, then if we can still get the league as well, then that means we've won 3 things this season, which is huge, to be honest. And the whole thing about Toll getting sent off was a big issue, to be honest. Bit of a shame, but you know what? Penalties are penalties at the end of the day. Like, you know, it's one of those we're not going to be able to do it. It's just one of those. Suspension's going to be a killer. Because now I've got to try and work out who to play at centre half. And the truth of the matter is, I just don't know. That's probably the best option. Because even Kinsella's not going to be back to play at right back to put one at centre half. O'Sullivan can't play in the cup. Brilliant. So Mikelson's got to play. It's not a massive problem just yet. Play James at right back. Do you reckon? He could go there actually. What, and then put Want at right back and then keep Boys out at left back, and then put Dunn in midfield like that. That could work. I don't see why he can't. I mean, look at his physicals and his mentals. Like, they're brilliant. Acceleration, strength, jumping reach, stays back. So he could play there. Fullback rather than maybe a wing back, possibly. Could be an option. I'd have bought him for a right back, would you? Interesting. I never even considered that. I never even considered it. Maybe I need to look at this a little bit more. I was just like, oh, there's a midfielder. That's the first thing I thought. There's a midfielder. We're happy. Obviously got Hewland as well. Can possibly come back in if needs be. Right, hopefully we'll be fine. Second cup final against Glenthoran of the stream. So get this one, and we're all right. So I should probably Evening, Gary Miller. How are you, buddy? Welcome in. Appreciate your raid. How's the stream? Everything going very well back here. Everything's very well. We're good, man. Just about to play our second cup final of the stream tonight. And after that, we've not got much left in the league. 33 games at 38 games. So yeah, so the league splits in two in 7 games. So we'll probably finish that on Wednesday, I reckon. Friday is going to be the Super League, so I'm not going to be about Friday, unfortunately. So yeah, a bit of a short week again this week. It's not what should have been done. I always look at the octagon first and the attributes. Yeah, and you know what? I think that makes sense, to be honest, friendly. Like looking at sort of, I think I've just taken too much. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He's getting an injection. We'll stream the Super League, but what I mean is, Jebru, is like the we normally stream on a Friday, but we're gonna be drafting instead. So I don't know whether we're gonna stream and then stream the draft and then come back here. So we'll probably just do that and then raid and go on. So I presume that's what's going to happen. Kevin McCarthy's leading it as well. Yeah, we're all just doing it, mate. I can't believe you didn't get. I can't believe you weren't in the WhatsApp group when it was being put together. Like, strange. I thought you'd already agreed. That's why Murph was involved in the path of the playoffs, surely, right? I thought was it not some sort of trade-off? None of us have got there at merit, surely. I mean, speaking as a former Super League winner, of course. And I think a finalist, a beaten finalist. Pretty sure I got back to the final the second time round. I think. Can't remember. Got that much PvP experience these days, I don't know. We're not doing a team meeting. We are getting ready, though, for our second cup final. Jebber, if you want to do a poll, you're more than welcome to do so, yeah? Draft is a bit like picking a dream team and playing against each other. Yeah, so basically what it is, Isabel, so you can take the whole, like, so you can, easiest way to describe it, you can have like a world pool. So like you pick basically like, so any player available in the pool in the world at all. And you do make essentially like a dream team. So you get like, say, £350 million budget. You all pick your own players, so you go in turns. And then, yeah, then there's a little sort of like knockout tournament, league tournament you can play straight after it. It's brilliant. It's great. Everyone picks the old players with high attributes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I've just seen it. I've just seen Jabberoo's poll. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Was Jabberoo screwed over Super League entry? 50-50 at the minute, Jabberoo. I'm not sure. Yes, there's loads of obviously like loads of people who sort of like doing tournaments and stuff. And yeah, I was hosting one, so I hosted it over the weekend called the FM Playoffs. Jebber, who's the director of the show, so he was in my ear constantly. He hosts the Path to the Playoffs, which is also part of the same company. And then this weekend is me actually getting a go of it myself and playing. So yeah, should be fun. Jeb's a bit salty about it. He wants to play as well. Right. Second cup final of the evening. Predictions are live as well. Let's have a look, shall we? So we're currently missing Owen Toll, who's suspended. We're currently missing Pat O'Sullivan, who is cup tied. We're currently missing Callum Wilson, the right back Callum Wilson, not the striker Callum Wilson. We're currently missing Callum Wilson, the right back with a broken leg. Morgan Boys is playing with a painkilling injection. Steam Power is knackered. Let's do this. It's going to be fine, right? Will Tony ball it? Will Tony ball it? Hey. Can't go Will Tony ball it. We beat Glenthoran in the last cup final. Convincingly, I think. Say convincingly. Certainly did it. Win it in 90 minutes. There we go. I've literally just bottled a cup final. No, I bottled that was the second round, I think, wasn't it? Third round. That was just a cup game. That wasn't a cup final. Spent half my channel points on you winning. Oh Jesus, there's pressure right there, isn't it? I'd love to pick a beer one day, so please win. Yeah, so no pressure all that, right? Literally no pressure. All the pressure. It's car. Yeah. I'd like to make Foster's. Have you ever tried that Foster's before? It's lovely. Loves calling zero. Duffy. Should have finished that one. Come on, Duff, man. You can finish this. Evans whips it in. Heads away. Right, Foster's. Oh, God, no. No, not at all. Not at all. That's worse than drinking anything, to be honest. It's one of the worst things invented. It's even worse than carling. March gets his head on it. Hotly with the ball inside. So I think there's a bit of space. Oh, good tackle. Chevron James in there, friendly. Whips the ball in. Cadamarchi heads it over the top. Some nice Belgian Trappist beer for 12% would be nice. That'd be alright, nice. We'd take a bit of that. Get the ball away. Meneman, 1-0. Oh dear. That's not quite what we were hoping for. By all the opposition defenders at half time. Yeah, unfortunately it is a gegenpress 4-2-3-1, which I hate. I absolutely hate it. But we are going to tweak it as we go because we know what we need to do. We can do it. Just a matter of just waiting, getting that moment. We've got goals in us. Even if it means bringing Cal Hughes on, we've got goals in us. Not panicking just yet. Good save. Tony's in his £1 million man here. He wants 4-3-2-3-1 gegenpress. Yeah. Go attacking as well. Wide. Direct. Has it finished yet? Has what for the game already? Not yet. Not yet, Jen. Almost. Paul has. The poll's finished. I'm not sure what the poll said. Presumably the poll's not back, which should be understandable. It'll be typical as well, man, being like in the division where we have ran the show to then throw away a title towards the end. Calamari gets the ball out. We just need to keep the ball on the floor. Evans. Saying Calamari over the top. Let's work the ball in the box, actually. It's like a playoff semi-final. It is a bit... It's just one of those, like, we know how it's going to go, don't we? We know how it's going to go. It's going to be all Linfield, then they're going to hit us right at the end. It's going to be 2-0. We're just going to have to be okay with it. I think we need a partner through Calamari, actually. 2-0, what? Offside. I looked, I was like going, this is not a goal, surely. Yeah, he's off. Do I like brown ale? I don't mind brown ale, actually. I don't mind brown ale. I'm quite a fan. Partial to a little drop of brown ale. Right, we need to do something. Because we're not having the best of times out there, and we've got players who are just not performing. Calamari's not getting involved. Duffy's going to have to come off, I think. I think we have to put Hewlin on, but I don't think he's the right option, if that makes sense. Like, you know, when you leave Linfield, it'll be like Lex Luger body slamming Yokozuna on the deck of the USS Intrepid. I feel as though it very much is that right now. Actually, can you become just a standard centre midfielder, maybe? Mazzala, maybe. And you go you stay DLP. Evans can come inside. See, that's going to work. We've got to let the ball in the box on. We've got Hewlin. We should probably cross the ball actually as well. Hewlin, Mikason, Palmer, ball out that side. Mikason's not playing very well. It's not what we want. Calamari's not playing very well either. Evans on a 7. Stand him up, don't anything silly. Good save. Just looking through the team, Mikason's the guy who needs to come off, I think. We'll bring Cooper on, actually. Now's your time, Cooper, come on. Brought you on instead of Scannell. And if it doesn't work, Calamari's coming off for Scannell. Palmer's not having a good time either. Very attacking, here's where it goes to 2-2. 2-0, sorry. Oh, off the post. Finished at 6 for Scannell's not good enough, is it? It's one of those games I want to launch my laptop. It's feeling like that, but at the same time, it's definitely one of those games, isn't it? It's just how it tends to be. You know, It's fine. It is what it is. Let's just see. It might change, you never know. Power. Oh, nearly. I don't think it's going to be, though. I think this is going to be them. Challenge from James. Actually, I can move James in the midfield. That could work. At some point, move him there, and then we'll 3 at the back now. 3 actual players at the back. Put the Scannell on the top there. Okay, he's a pressing forward actually, not wide. See if that works. Might as well try it. I don't know if wide centre backs is going to be the right idea, but Cooper's away. Right. I can never tell if tactical changes are a good idea, to be honest, Isabel. I can never tell. There's never any rhyme or reason to it, so. Let's see if we can get the ball to Hewlin. Usually we try not to tweak too much. We only try to sort of move a couple of things here and there, but at the minute, because we sort of need we need something just to drop our way. I'm maybe trying to change a little bit too much. And I figure it might not work. Hewlin, Cooper. Hewlin's not going to get that. Beacon, Neely, James Calamarsu, Cooper. We're still in with a shout. We're still in with a shout. There's the money. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes to go. Now we've got to try and work out what to do in extra time. This is the problem. Or even just for the last 5 minutes. Can we do something? Corner's coming in. Get that ball away. Good challenge. Oof. Oh, here we go. Uh-oh. Oh dear, offside. Thank you. Oh dear. That could have been horrible. James, Scannell, Evans, hang on. Evans. Oh. Aiden Reese, how are you, buddy? It's a couple of trouser moments, isn't it? I mean, we're not even pushing on yet. Let's see what we got then for the last couple of seconds. I think maybe we drop Scannell into the into here. So at least there's another body in there for when the ball drops. How? And the thing is, the change won't have made changes yet. See? Oh well. Okay, it was what it was. It was what it was. We weren't expecting to get to 2 finals tonight, were we? That's a tough one. Should have reset after the equaliser. Yeah. Well, you live and you learn. Or do you? That's the question. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. It's a good job it's just a game, innit? And it's not really that important. It's fine, isn't it? It's fine. There we go. We just have to win the league now. Have to win the league. We got into it. We got back into it when we needed to. That's the thing. The crazy thing happened. But yeah. Fucking... Never mind. Never mind. It's one of those, isn't it? We move on. Whatever happens next, happens next. We'll find out on Wednesday, I suppose, to be honest, when we come back. Let's see who is on then for raiding, shall we? What have we got? Someone who's got something relatively interesting. Keep my eyes peeled for someone who's got a camera on. That's probably a good idea. I mean, look. One trophy's better than none, isn't it? Maybe? Don't know. It's going is what it is. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame. Well, never mind. Never mind. It'll be fine. Absolutely fine. Right. Yeah, let's see what we got. Who's online then that's going to get the raid? Let's take a bit of a nosy, shall we? Try to find someone who's like, not just doing Real Madrid or something. Oh, don't worry. Yeah. Jebbery's having a lot of fun now. That's his thing. That's his thing. Yeah, which is completely fine. That's the best way to do it. I'll tell you what, we've come into this guy before. There's a guy's doing a Build a Nation Philippines save. He's only just started, actually. He's 10 minutes in. So let's pop ourselves over. We'll go and check out on Dill. We're back tomorrow. No, Wednesday. We're back Wednesday. Evening CarX, by the way. Hello, buddy. Welcome in. Timed that terribly, mate. We've A, just bottled a final, and B, I need to go to bed now. So we're going to raid out. But yeah, make sure you drop CarX a follow. We will see you all on Wednesday. And yeah, take it easy. All the best now. Bye.
And wow, thank you so much, dude. Hold on, thank you for the follow, Reese.